much better now.
Okay, I said, oh, I'm sorry, I know that pain.
Oh. Alright, so, we left off with you guys about to enter, the Duergar city of Gracklstugh, the city of blades. You guys were kind of talking to each other, and we left off there for now, so that, you guys could get to the city and do city things the next time.
I think
Yes.
we paused so that well, yeah, I mean it was end, but I thought we paused also so that uh Roshi, I can't remember his actual name.
Hero.
Yeah, could join us, Hero, but since he's got personal reasons, I suppose we can go do city things.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's not much else to do unless you guys want to talk for an indiscriminate amount of time, because we have no idea what time he's going to be here and ready to roll, so.
Yeah, no, we can do city things.
I am very much okay with doing city.
We've had a long rest, correct?
Yeah, so one of my house rules is that unless I specify, there's always a long rest between sessions,
Okay.
which gives you guys an advantage that you wouldn't normally have access to in this campaign. So, uh, abuse that. Use that and abuse that because I'm being very nice. This campaign is very hellish. Half of you would have gone crazy by now.
We we leveled up to level 2, right? Yeah.
You were level 2, yeah.
Okay. I can't remember.
Yeah, you guys were already level 2, but you haven't encountered much combat, so um, I'm gonna do a milestone thing here in a while to give you guys another level.
Okay.
Ooh.
I prefer milestone over XP anyways.
Well, the
Oh
module's
god.
laid
It
out in
makes for
XP, unfortunately, and you guys seem to be avoiding combat, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to blend the two, because my original plan to blend the two is not working, because you guys aren't doing the things, which is fine, as long as you're having fun, and we're still getting through the module, but it's not what I planned, so I gotta go to plan Z instead of plan C.
and could totally go
I'm
murder hobo on you, but it's not fun
I'm
for me.
I'm really bad when it comes to like XP cuz one, I'm terrible at math, and two, I'm also terrible at like calculating from like at the end of sessions like, oh, I did this much last session and then this much this session.
Yeah. Also, I don't know. I love D&D, but sometimes combat gets a little uh
Dicey.
tedious. No, it's just like if it goes on for a little longer than I don't know, it gets boring. Combat
so,
does.
so,
I just but this is the same with the games for me though. Like I would much rather play a story game than a game that I just go and kill things in. So
so have you guys decided which way you're going to approach the city?
Well, we're with the
Do we
other
not
the
just walk through the gate?
yeah, we're with is it
one cannot
Topsy or Kirby?
simply
One of
just
them is
walk
dead.
into Mordor.
There's more than one
One of
gate.
them. Oh. Uh,
Ooh.
I guess it's kind of whatever one Topsy decides. So, Turvy, who? What one is alive?
Topsy's
Turvy.
alive. Turvy died.
Topsy.
Topsy.
Yeah.
No, it's the
Wait,
other
when
way
did
around.
Topsy die?
The
So
mumbly one died, and the not mumbly one is still alive.
yeah, Topsy died, Turvy's alive. You were right the first time. Um, So, you had to leave early, and that was unfortunately right before a big plot thing happened. Bupido revealed himself as literally insane, tried to kill Kat, and
Oh, that's no good.
Kat ended up killing him. But before he woke
Can't do that
everybody
with
up
my
trying
kid.
to kill Kat, he had already killed one of the two Darrow twins. So he's dead.
No.
He
Um,
got beat to death
Poor baby
by my
Daryl.
bare hands as repayment.
but
Okay, so as
uh,
long as you're spilling blood.
but those are the only two NPCs that died. You still have Shushar, you still have Stool, and Prince Darendil, and you still have your guide Sarith, who decided to stay behind.
Also wants alcohol because a certain tiefling bard
Yeah,
apparently.
so there's a little you guys made camp outside of the city, about a day's walk outside of the city. And that's where they're hiding out, like away from the city so far. Meanwhile, the rest of you guys have moved forward. Um, so basically the only like NPC that's with you guys is Turvy, because everyone else stayed behind because they would have been killed in the city.
I thought the dwarf lady came with us.
Oh, and Eldith, yeah. I forget about her because she's so grumpy she never says anything.
Tried to make friends with her.
She's a bitch, it's okay.
I
Uh
mean, you always try.
Me too. I relate spiritually to that.
um so anyway, so have you guys decided which way you're going to approach the city?
Well, we're going this way. We might as well go to the nearest gate.
Okay, well the nearest gate is the main gate.
Okay. We can simply walk into wherever this place is, right?
Mordor.
We're-
Well, well, do you want to try? I can't answer that in a direct way. You're just gonna have to figure it out.
Well, I think we should just simply walk into the Mordor. Um, Gracklstugh,
Gracklstugh.
well,
All right. So, first,
wherever.
let me set the scene a little bit. So, so the city itself has some like features about it, right? And some of these are observable from outside of the city. So, there is sweltering heat and smoke that clings to every corner of the city, spewing from smelters housed inside massive stalagmites and stalactites. These protrude from the cavern's floor and ceiling like the teeth of a great beast. Um, Gracklstugh's glowing forges and smithies operate continuously. Most of the city is dimly lit by a hellish red glow with patches of darkness here and there. So the city is lit. It looks like teeth, and it's lit from behind with this like hellish red glow. The clanging and clacking of hammers and machinery echoes constantly throughout the city. Despite vents dug into the walls and ceilings of the city's great caverns, fumes and fumes from smelters and forges, haha, words, and forges linger at ground level. So it is possible that you will be hit in the face with smoke every once in a while.
Smoke has never hurt me.
So, that is kind of the scene inside the city, and some of it is also observable from outside the city as well. So,
Mm,
just kind of help set the scene for you guys.
So it's a hustling, bustling place.
hmm But from the outside, it looks like a very angry creature carved into stone. So you guys are just gonna march through the first gate?
Yes.
Is
Yes.
that where Topsy Turvy, whatever one is alive, is going?
Uh, Turvy has not been asked yet.
We'll just gotta follow Turvy.
Okay, well, if you're just following Turvy and you're not, like, gonna talk to her, she's gonna go through a side gate.
Okay.
So,
She's the
uh,
guide here.
so, Gracklstugh is sitting right on the shores of Dark Lake, which means there's a dock. And so, she's going to go around the back way of the city. She's gonna take you guys that way, and you guys are going to go in through the entrance that has the dock. That being said, now you're in the city.
Yay. Okay. The thing is the person who was carrying Topsy's body
Is not here. Yeah.
is not
Well, that's fine.
I can just take the body if we need to, or like I can retcon it later. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we could. You could indeed.
I think the first thing we should actually do is get rid of the body because I'd hate to go into shops just carrying around a dead thing.
I mean, if it helps, if you just are we trying to store the body to use for later, or are we just trying to get rid of it?
Trying to respectfully give the body over to whoever can put it to rest.
It's going in like a mausoleum, if I remember right.
Let's see. I'm trying to think if I have a creature that can carry something like that. At most, I have a giant beetle.
I have I have my arms. I'm strong.
Then I elect for your arms to carry the body that is apparently heavier than when it was alive.
It's called dead weight for a reason.
Well,
I was waiting for someone to make a pun.
so I can help solve this uncertainty here. So, the ground under your feet has been getting smoother and flatter, a welcome respite from the uneven passages to which you've grown wearily accustomed. Eventually, stone tiles become more noticeable, turning the path into a proper road. You can see spots of light in the distance, blue-white and too regularly placed to be phosphorescent mushrooms. The lights are proper lamps flanking two massive stone gates blocking the tunnel. Before you get a chance to examine the intricate carvings of the gate's surface, a harsh voice hisses from a slit in the cavern wall that was not there before. State your name and your business, the voice orders in Dorvesh.
I don't know Dwarvish.
Do any of you?
Oh, but Eldith does.
Other slits open, revealing the tips of dozens of crossbow bolts.
I
Behind
speak
you,
Elvish as well, by the way.
behind you, a metallic din announces a group of 6 heavily armored dwarves appearing out of thin air, their swords leveled at you from behind sturdy metal shields.
This Eldith. Nyx is going to lean over to Eldith and I think this is where you come in.
Well, we're here. We have dead to bury. She kind of stammers, not really sure, kind of taken aback by like the sudden hostility in a town that they were told they would be well received in.
Wait, do they speak Undercommon or is it just Dwarvish?
Well, I mean, you can find out.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to say hello in Undercommon. Be like, do you speak Undercommon?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. Um, I, we see we've been traveling, and we're just needing some supplies. Also, one of our comrades unfortunately has died, and they're from the city, so we thought it would be a good place to stop and get supplies and lay them to rest. I don't speak Dwarvish, so I have no idea that that's what she just said, basically. So,
Okay. Um, this is gonna be a weird check, I know, because it doesn't make sense, but make a persuasion check.
persuasion. Yeah, I took 22.
Nice. They believe you.
Well, that's good because I didn't lie.
Alright, so, the guards, they don't look very happy about it, but they decide to step aside. Alright, fine. We'll be watching.
Whatever makes you comfortable, sir, ma'am.
Say that. Do they say that in Undercommon?
Yes, because they've been told that that's what you speak.
Okay.
Yes, so, as you guys are allowed into the city, um, there is a secret door in a stone wall that opens, revealing a stone guard, which is a particular rank of Duergar. He says, well, as he removes his helmet, revealing a gray skin. Um, he musses his white beard as he walks closer, switching to common as he lowers his voice. There's a discomforting glint in his eye and his smile. You're clearly lying. I ought to just send you to the slave pens, but you amuse me. What do you have that's worth your freedom? He waits for
What do
your
you mean?
answer, looking at each of you as he smiles in anticipation. Turvy, on the other hand, knows who this is, and she kind of like tugs one of your sleeves. You guys can decide which one of you that is.
I. Does anyone want it, or should I do it?
If you want to.
Okay. I will look at Turvy.
So she's going to whisper to you. She's gonna like motion for you to like come down to her level because she's so much shorter than you, and she's gonna whisper that few Durgar is so blatantly corrupt as this guy seems to be. Um, this guy is Gorglak. She knows his name. She knows who he is. So she says, "Be careful. This is someone you don't want to cross while we're here." I had hoped we wouldn't run into him, but here we are.
Can I whisper back?
Yes.
Then it would be bad manners to punch him in the face, right?
Yeah, probably. You should know that these guys run a slaving ring, and seeing as we just escaped that, you probably don't want to be put there. Yeah.
I didn't escape that. You guys did. But I still like slavery. So,
But I am going to motion to Topsy's body and be like, clearly we are not lying.
Cat is holding Topsy's body.
I know.
Yeah, she just said
So I
she
was like,
motioned
I'm
to it. She
motioning
didn't
towards
say.
it.
Yeah. Someone want to do an insight check?
Fine, check.
Insight
Unless
can.
check.
somebody has a better one than a +2 than me.
I have a +5.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a +5. I had to double check that. Ugh, but I got a bad roll. 13.
Oh no. Well, that might be a bad roll, but it's good enough for what we needed it for. So, yeah. So, you notice in particular that his gaze seems to be looking for weapons. It's looking at you guys' hips, your shoulders to see if you have weapons where they normally would be, like a quiver, arrows type of thing, swords at your hips, that sort of deal. He's looking for weapons. So he has just offered you a chance to pay for your freedom, and he is looking for weapons.
What do you want?
Do you have any interesting pieces I can add to my collection, perhaps?
What kind of collection?
An armed one.
Wait, my gun?
No, wait. Um,
I have I have pieces as well.
Hmm.
Handy. I forget that I
Well, out with it.
have a bag of caltrops.
Not exactly what I'm looking for. Those are a dime a
It's fine.
dozen.
Um,
No, well, a bag of 20.
Cat has a shield on her back. It's not a good shield, but like from behind it, I'm gonna pull out my sword. Go like this. So I have a long sword that I'm never gonna use. It's in my inventory for some reason.
Is there anything particularly unique about this? Anything that he would be interested in? Because he doesn't want just any weapon. He is a collector.
Um, in this sword, I would say yes, because it's Cat painstakingly when she was topside carved into the sword, and then got a professional to like fix it later.
Okay. So how can you sell him on the idea of this sword? How do you want to talk this up?
Okay. Um,
That might be hard for Kat to do.
I'm from what city again? We discussed
Menzo
this.
Berenson.
Menzo Barons. Do you remember that riot that happened in Menzo Berenson?
There are many riots every day. Remember, the whole city smells like shit and blood.
the slave riot. That doesn't happen every day.
Happens more than once a week.
The one where slaves got away?
Now that's a little more interesting.
What if I told you this sword is from one of them that got away?
What else can you tell me about this sword?
Well, if you've never been topside, you wouldn't necessarily have seen many of the creatures, but it's beheaded several of them. It's beheaded many drow.
That seems to be amusing to him because remember, Duergar do not like Drow.
Mm-hmm. And, if you... I'm gonna step closer. Right? I'm gonna have one hand up. It's a cautious step. If you'd like to read the handle, it's an undercommon.
So, so as you step towards him, he kind of like puts a hand up. He goes, no, 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 nope, not here. Roll persuasion.
Then where? Roll a persuasion?
Yep.
Okay.
Because how he answers that is going to be dependent on your roll here.
Persuasion.
This particular encounter is probably like the most tense thing you guys will do all session.
16.
Ooh, that barely passed. Anyway, so he leans in a little bit just so that he can lower his voice. You need to find Wur's Salt Baron.
I'm gonna whisper back though in a reading voice.
Wur's Salt Baron. You need to find him. You'll hand the bribe to him. He'll make sure that I get it. They say he resides around the docks, but as you can see, he's not currently here.
Where's Salt Baron? I don't know what's in there.
I'll check with Wur's at the end of my shift. But if you do not hand over your weapon as promised, you will be arrested and enslaved. Am I understood?
You are crystal clear.
Fantastic. Welcome to Gracklstugh. Enjoy your stay. And then he disappears into the wall he came from. So, you guys are immediately grabbed by the arm by 4 Duergar guards, uh, 2 of whom you can see and 2 of whom you cannot see. And they take you to a different district of the city. They explain, although begrudgingly so, that you had attempted to enter a part of the city that is blocked off to foreigners. So they're taking you to the part of the city where foreigners are allowed, and then they leave you, presumably, since you can't see 2 of them. But
Okay. When they grab Cat, can Cat go, whoa, whoa, whoa. First of all, I'm carrying the body. Kind of fucking rude. Not trying to desecrate the dead.
neither are we, but we need to get moving.
I can follow at a very quick speed.
And he says something in Dwarvish that Elvith just kind of like clicks her tongue at after. It seemed to really annoy her. But anyway, so that's whenever they start moving. And they take you to the other district.
Well, I guess we're going to a different district then.
This is the
So,
it's uploading. It's apparently a very large file, but this is the map of the city that the module provides.
Okay.
So where you guys just came from is the top part of the map. That's the water. And then you came in through the dock side. And you can see the multiple gates and stuff. That big line in the middle that has all of those rope bridges is actually what they call a rift. And it splits the city in half. So one side is for foreigners and everyone else who wants to come through the city, and one side is for citizens of the city that's blocked off to foreigners.
All right.
And also, holy shit, a map that's labeled with more than just numbers.
So then, where do we, after they take us to where we're supposed to be, where do we come out at?
So you guys are going to be on the other side of the rift from where you started. So you started on the north side, you're going to be on the south side of it. It's actually east and west, but map-wise, it's going to be the south side of it.
Yeah.
The west side is, if you hear a character like say that, the west district, that's going to be the side that has Dark Lake on it, which is the water.
Okay.
But map-wise, that would be the north area. So you guys are turned 90 degrees.
Okay. Oh.
So we'll
I'm
say
assuming she's gonna come back here soon.
they'll take you guys through the middle of the city. So you'll go kind of like in a zigzag pattern, and you'll be in the middle. They'll take you through the middle of the rift, and you'll be in the center of the map. So the southern center area.
Okay. Welcome back.
I don't know if you heard my explanation of where you guys are.
um, I did not. You were changing maps, and then I crashed hard.
Oh, well, so, we agreed that they, well, not really agreed, but decided, that they took you through the city in kind of a zigzag, went through the center of the rift, and you guys are, like, in the south area of the map. Kind of in the middle.
Okay.
There is not a particular building there. There are buildings there, but it is not a particular building. It's probably just a dwelling of some sort. Because it's not labeled on my map.
Okay. I feel like, again, the first thing we should do is take care of putting Topsy to rest.
I love the question mark that I heard in that.
Audible question mark. Yes. So, Turvy will take you, further into the city, kind of, to the bottom east corner there, and that is where you guys will lay Topsy to rest in a mausoleum as she predicted.
Want to give Turvy like some time to like privately pay respects to her brother.
Or, I mean, is Terry going to stay with us after this? I would assume that they'd stay in the city then, since this is where they're from.
I don't know. Good question. Can't answer.
Rick? I don't know. Effin, what do you want to do?
Personally, I have no clue. I've just been sitting over here really thinking about what I should be doing, and I'm still stumped.
I'm sorry, I had to mute my mic for a second. Something very important came up. I missed the last maybe 3 minutes of what was going on. Like, after I got quiet, I did not hear a thing.
Oh, well, oh, well, I asked if Turvy was going to stay at the, in the city then.
Yeah, she'll probably stay here. She'll probably stay here for a while before going off on her own.
Okay.
Like
So
it was
then
before.
Turvy has left the party.
Yeah, one less mouth to feed, right?
Before Turvy, like before we separate from Turvy at the mausoleum, can I bend down? It's not really bending. I'm like crouching.
Yeah, she's much shorter than you.
And give her like a camaraderie shoulder pat.
Mhm.
And then very quietly and under common go, can you give me directions to a store that sells yeast?
In 1 second, because I just took a Dramamine and those are terrible, and I need to rinse my mouth out.
Yeah.
All
Uh,
good, good. In the meantime, I want you all to know I forgot how grumpy I made Cat's voice. I'm gonna find it, get back to it, but like, bear with me while I get there.
okay, so now that the DM's entire mouth is numb for whatever reason, yeah, I can take you there before I go find a place to stay. It might be easier to show you than to just give you directions. This place isn't the easiest to navigate.
All right,
What with,
that works.
being made of stone, everything looks the same.
Yeah, the whole Underdark seems to look the same.
You just have to live here long enough, you get used to it.
Would rather not, but I'm sure that it is a lovely place.
It's not for everyone. It's a very harsh place, but this is all I've ever known, so this is where I'll stay. Ever since her brother died, she's taken on a very somber, sort of like, she's not as cheery as she used to be.
For good reason. Yeah, no.
To be fair, I would also be quite not happy.
Still, I think my voice is just like an octave naturally too high to be able to portray grief. So so I am describing it.
You're fine.
That's the power of the musical voice of lyrics.
Ha ha ha.
That's what he says about me. Even when we're playing Xbox, he's like, "You have such a sing-song voice." Anyway, I am aware that my
So no
voice
one can
is
dispute that.
I am aware that my voice is probably just a little bit too high to accurately portray grief, unless I'm like literally sobbing, which I'm not gonna do. So, descriptions it is. uh,
I don't know. I might have the channel points for that.
so you know, and I don't even think that my microphone is sensitive enough to pick up sniffles anyway. So, so she's going to take you through the city, and she's going to take you to and believe it or not, I did not plan this. There is actually a brewery on the map.
Wonderful.
F
so
and Her Brewery.
so there is a brewery on the map, the Dark Lake Brewery.
We have to go. There's a brewery, and you have a Perry Fay, a Fay who happens to, be based around brewing beer and tea.
Well, the problem is the brewery is on the northern side of the town. So I need if any of you guys are going to follow Turvey to the brewery, I need stealth checks from you.
Cool.
Oh, it's the entire north side of town that we're not allowed in?
Yes.
Damn, they need a south side brewery. What the fuck?
You
Yeah.
know how it is, the the
She
the
rolled a
the the,
19.
the, the special.
She rolled a 19, which passes.
Yeah, I
But
just
she's not
rolled
from
like
here
a
either.
7, so that there's that.
No, she's a Darrow, not a Durgar.
I rolled a 22.
You and those
Seven.
22s.
I know.
Seven. So, I would like to say I start to, and then I realize that I'm very noisy. And stop.
Alright. Um, so do you want Nyx and Turvey to go and procure some yeast from the brewery?
Oh, go get yeast.
Yes. I will give Nyx a gold
And then I just
to
wave it off. I'm like, no, it's fine.
Alright, so at the brewery, I'm just gonna time skip to going there. Uh, this huge ramshackle brewery is built out of stone blocks stacked to make walls between the petrified stems of a small forest of gigantic mushrooms. Big copper vats steam within, filling the air with heavy, yeasty stink. Dozens of copper kegs stand nearby, and burly gray dwarves swarm all over the place, mashing fungus, mixing fermented masses, and filling casks with freshly brewed ale. This complex is the workplace and home of the clan Musgart, the Durgar clan in charge of brewing Dark Lake Stout and in control of the brewing and importation of other spirits. Non-Durgar aren't welcome inside the brewery. This is all information that you learn from Turvey on the way there. She says we won't be allowed in. This family runs the place, but they'll probably sell us what we want if we meet them outside.
It's okay. I guess when we get there, I'm gonna knock on the door, I guess.
Alright, and there's a large burly dwarf that's going to meet you. He's gonna open the
Right,
door and he's gonna look you guys up and down. He's gonna go, "What do you want?"
Well, I need yeast, apparently.
I'm gonna refrain from the rude comment that immediately popped into my head in order to play this character, and I'm gonna make him a gentleman. Uh, because I don't know if I can say that on Twitch without getting banned. How much you want?
Anything that popped into my head, then I'd be like,
If you don't think you can say it without being banned, it's likely it will ban you.
you know, I'm not quite sure. I wasn't told. Am I the only one that came here? It was just me and Turby.
Yes, it's just the two of you. And I'm so sorry.
That is exactly where my brain went. As soon as I said it, I was like, um, yeah. Well, my my friend is the one who needs it. They didn't quite give me the amount that she would need, or my companion. I don't think she thinks I'm her friend, but I'm hoping this will make us friends. So, how much yeast would you recommend for someone who will probably be brewing, making alcohol,
Brewing.
brewing, brewing,
This is a brewery. We brew here. Yeah.
making alcohol? Yes.
Well, how much?
You know, we have a ways to go still, so enough that'll last us about another 15 days. I think it's less than that, but that's what I'm gonna go with.
Well, alcohol doesn't get made overnight.
No, I'm well aware.
Here. He
Takes
reaches
about takes about a smooth 7 weeks to make it from scratch.
he
Depends on how you make.
reaches to the side of the door frame, grabs an object and tosses it to you. And it's a sack that stinks. Somewhere between bread and foot fungus. And he hands out his hand. He holds out his hand for some coin. He says, "That's about a quarter of a pound. You need more than that, you just come back."
How much?
I don't know. We don't usually sell it. How much you got?
I'm gonna give him. It's gonna give him 5, and then look at him to see how he feels about that.
He's going to raise an eyebrow.
So I'll give him 5 more.
Is this a joke to you?
Don't have a lot. That is about all I can spare.
You got two more?
Okay. I'll hand him another 2.
Alright. We'll consider this a bargain. Now get out.
Thank you. And then I turn around to head back.
Well, that was pleasant. Tersey just kinda shakes her head.
I feel like I got stolen from.
You probably did. Nobody here is particularly nice.
I'm starting to feel that my talents are wasted in this place.
Although people are a lot more rude than the last time I was here.
No, never been here.
It's odd, actually. They were never particularly welcoming, but it seems even more so now.
Mm. I
If
make
there
it.
was ever a more NPC quest type of comic.
I know. I mean, do we really want to look into it though? I posed the question to Turvy.
Well, you're not staying here. I am. So perhaps I should look into it.
Well, maybe when we get back to the others, we can ask how they feel. You did get us to the city, and I feel like we probably owe you at least that much.
Well, we'll see what happens. I don't want to ask you guys any more. I mean, you got me here safely. Look at all the things we got through on the way here.
This is true. Demons,
Among other things.
among other things. And a sour guide.
Well, but aren't they all like that, though?
Honestly, uh, that was my first interaction with them. I feel like mentioning the race might be dangerous here.
Well, anyway, I can't stay in the city for very long, so I had better investigate quick. And she kind of looks around, like kind of almost nervously, but like not quite.
Is
Apprehensive. There we go.
everything okay?
It's just, it's so weird being alone.
I mean, you don't have to stay here.
I'm not going to stay here, not
I
forever
mean,
anyway.
what I mean is, you don't have to. I mean, you could come with us.
No, no, no. Before we were captured, my brother and I were on our own, just out, the two of us doing our own thing, and it worked out that way. And we always said we'd go back to that. And that's what I want to do. But it just feels weird and alien to me now.
All right. Well, you think on it. The invitation for me, anyways, is open.
I appreciate that.
Okay. I guess
So,
we make our way back to the rest of the group here.
yeah, I was just gonna say, after some more like idle chit chat, you guys suddenly find yourself back where you left the others.
I'm gonna hand the stinky bag of yeast stuff over to Kat.
Can I open it and make sure it's yeast and not like someone shit in a bag?
You can, in fact. It is yeast. It's just horribly smelly yeast. Not like bad or anything, but I mean, it's just, it has a really strong smell, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was more expensive than I thought it would be, and I'm sure I was overcharged. But here you go.
Can I attempt to hand Nyx a gold coin again?
Just a gold coin.
It
I don't
was,
know how much it was. I'm giving you a
Right.
gold coin.
She'll just sigh and be like, fine. She's not gonna try to get the 12 back. She'll just take the one. Um, so Herbie here has told me that the city is more unfriendly than she remembers. So take that into consideration, I guess.
Great.
Though I haven't met a dwarf yet that wasn't grumpy. No offense, Eldith.
hmm.
mean, you seem to just collect grumpy things.
Yeah, all of you seem a little grumpy, except for Evan and Vi. And that old
Well,
maid.
that's because I believe everything deserves love.
I agree.
He's literally a love Perry. Perry like literally like based their entire existence off of like one specific emotion,
Hmm.
and his is love. So take that as
I
it will.
I am going to assume Effin cannot see me, as Cat quietly gags.
Evan's gonna just look and offer you a lozenge.
A lozenge.
No, no, thank you.
ADM,
Yes. What's up?
Lyric? I'm just
yes,
kidding.
lyric.
Yeah, I
Oh,
I
it's not here.
answered you, but I don't think my headset picked that up. Anyway, what's up?
It did not. Okay.
It's not good at single
So
syllables.
the so yeah, the girl is sad. Am I able to use the teddy bear for this or no?
I don't see why not. I mean, her brother died, but she's not a child, she's just short.
I know it literally has three charges a day where it grants comfort.
Okay. Kind of wondering where you could have given that to Stool, but alright.
Because I wasn't there for that one.
That would have been
At least I
adorable.
wasn't this specific.
Tiny little mushroom
Yes,
baby gets little fluffy baby. It's perfect.
I know, right? Oh, I'm gonna send a stat block for this guy. So and I'm gonna leave it in the chat so that people can see it. So here we go.
Wait, the bear has a stat block?
Yeah, it's a familiar.
Oh, I see. I missed that.
It's literally called teddy bear. It's a tiny familiar.
Yeah, I don't think you ever updated me after I told you that it didn't have to be a spider.
I sent you the beetle, I think, unless it never sent in the first place,
No,
which
I remember
would
the
not
beetle because
surprise me.
remember we talked about making it blue and you were gonna keep its name and I said it has to be if you're gonna keep it blue and give it a blue name, it has to have blue fire. I remember that
Yes.
conversation, but I don't remember you changing it to a teddy bear. But anyway, it's okay.
No,
It's
I have
okay.
access to a teddy bear. I don't. I'm not limited to just the one.
Aha.
But the teddy bear is like useless. It's not combat based. I mean, it can do combat stuff, like it can reflect attacks, but like it only has 3 HP, so I wouldn't use the teddy bear.
Either way, I'm fine with this.
Okay, nice. All right. I'm sending the teddy bear now. I'm gonna expend one charge of comfort to alleviate her grief.
She is going to hug the teddy bear, and for some reason, she can't explain it, but she feels a little bit better.
Nice. The irony. I never thought I was gonna use that.
Alright, so
So, I'm just gonna follow where everyone else is going. I guess I'm gonna casually look for, where's Salt Bather? The fuck is his name?
Salt Baron?
Yeah,
Where's
where's,
Salt Baron?
where's, yeah, Werther's Originals.
Yeah, The teddy can't be surprised.
It cannot. It's a teddy. It's also like blind apparently because you know the little button eyes.
I am so sorry. I just sneezed and I'm not sure I muted my mic in time.
I
Well,
couldn't
we
hear
heard that.
anything.
So you musta.
I don't know if your mic is either very good at not picking up sounds like that or just I don't know what the alternative is.
It's both. It's both, honestly. The mic is very, very good, very sensitive, but because I have an air conditioner running, because it's 104 degrees daily in Texas right now, I have all the noise dampeners done. So,
Yay! But no yay to like 104. Does Texas have sticky humidity or do you have that dry heat?
it's both. It just depends
Both.
on, yeah, it's both. It just depends on the day. Like today is sticky humidity, like Georgia sticky. And
Well,
then
I'm in Georgia now and I don't want to have both. I refuse.
but Texas has dry heat most of the time. But it rained the last 2 days, so it's sticky right now.
Ah, yes, sticky at 100 and so degrees. And then there's the fact that they raised the power bill for the air conditioners in Georgia this past summer. So, you know,
They did
instead
in
of,
Texas
a
too.
couple $100, yeah, we had a $600 power bill because
Oh
of
my
that.
gosh.
Yeah, ours is almost 400. It's usually around not even 200.
Okay, so where are we going next?
Yeah, big tangent. Yeah, so, Turvy suggests that you guys find a place to rest for a little while. You did just walk an entire day to get here. Uh,
This is true.
she she suggests that there is a place that she knows of where everyone can rest.
Okay, we can
Well,
go
who's
there,
not gonna say
and then
no
we
to
can
like
try to find this
Master?
Werther's original dude.
Yeah, Salt Bay.
Yeah.
So in Gracklstugh, there is only one inn that accepts non-Durgar guests, and it is a place called the Gold. I can't even say this. There's too many H's in it. Too many
The
H's.
I want to try
dodecahedron.
the dodecahedron, the gold dodecahedron. The dodo.
There's too many H's in it.
I'm sorry, all I heard was like the Baby Shark song during that pronunciation.
The
Go.
Golbrorn's Lair.
Bronze layer. Okay.
There's no pronunciation guides for these made-up words.
That's you can pronounce it however you want. That obviously says Steve. Steve's lair.
So,
I approve.
Eldith informs you that Golbrorn means bullet in Dorvish, which is one of these things.
They don't have things to attack us. It's kind of cute.
It is weirdly creepy cute.
No, it looks cute. It looks like a.
It's like a
Looks like that.
land shark, I guess.
Yeah, but it looks like that one monster from Monster Hunter. The um, I forget what it's called.
So, it's described as cold and damp. A central chamber serves as a dining room branching out into different small twisting halls. along which the rooms are excavated, meaning they're literally carved in stone. It's dark, cramped, and uncomfortable, but safe and defensible.
The best boy. See, they look similar.
They do look similar.
That's a Dodogama, and he is the best boy. If I could keep him as a pet in Monster Hunter, I totally would.
Very cute.
Are you trying to keep something alive that can kill you?
Yeah, he tries to kill me. That's what it looks like in the game. He's cute. So, anyways, we get there. Sorry.
Yeah, you get there, and I described it, and that's it.
Okay. I have
Love
a
it.
hard time listening when I'm doing other things. So I'll pretend that I heard everything. Uh,
Basically, it's a building carved out of stone, and it's cold and damp and cramped and uncomfortable.
so, okay. Just about every place here in the Underdark is made out of stone and cold, cramped, and uncomfortable. So this
And
is
damp.
nothing new. Huh?
And damp.
And damp. Everything is damp down here for some reason. Everything. Alright. I guess.
There are
Alright. I
other
guess
people
we're good.
here.
Yes, are other people here.
You mean us?
I mean, I would assume that we are here, yes.
Yeah, there are people other than you here.
Oh,
So Turvy
there's
says
other
that
living things.
this is where you guys will part ways. She wishes you luck. She says she's gonna go say bye to her brother, and then she's gonna find a place to hunker down, and she'll probably set off in the morning on her own.
Cool. Let me get my bear back.
Here you go.
Thank you. Good job, Theodore. And yes, that is the bear's name. He is Theodore.
Of course, he's Teddy Bear Roosevelt.
Yes.
Okay, so who else is in here with us? Like, what? Are there any other
Durgar?
non-native city dwellers?
Non-Durgar?
I couldn't think of the names yet.
Durgar.
The Urgar.
But like,
Sorry.
but like 2 syllables instead of 3.
Right. I just forgot what they were called. Also, fantasy words are hard to pronounce.
Yeah, especially made up
Urgar.
dwarven words. Like, fuck, man. Anyway, so.
I know.
I'm pretty sure that ain't a made up dwarven word.
Durgar?
No, fuck.
No, fuck no.
Oh. I was like, I'll be really shocked if that's an actual word.
Durgar. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it. The
Yeah,
Durgar.
You you know if you use a word enough, they automatically add it to the language in the dictionary, so it becomes a regular word. Who
yeah,
wants
there
to bet
was.
that that exists in the Oxford Dictionary right now?
Oh, I'm sure it does, but I mean, yeah, we're not gonna get onto that tangent, because then that'll be a whole thing. Anyway, so, Yeah, so there are other non-Durgar where you guys are. There are a few dwarves. There are some dwarves. There are a few Darrow. No Drow.
Obviously. I wouldn't think that there would be Drow here. Drow.
Anyway,
That was pronunciation.
just skipping past that. It's a made-up word, okay?
Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to sit down at a table, I guess, and then hope that Kat joins me because now we have to discuss her dilemma, which is
My
all
dilemma?
our dilemma. Of this person we're supposed to give this weapon to.
I will sit down across from this.
Okay, yeah. So, where do we start to find this other dude? Not dude, this other guy.
It's a good question. Dude said he's normally at the docks, but he's not right now, which means he's somewhere in the area.
Yeah, on the north or the other side, where we're not allowed.
I feel like if this dude, right, handles these deals, but foreigners aren't allowed on that side, I don't think that he would only stay in the side where foreigners can't get to him.
Or Mr. Whoever it was that we talked to, Mr. Give Me Your Weapon, is just wanting to set it up so that he could legally arrest us and take us back to into captivity. Well, not you, but us. Just saying. I'm starting to see that nobody down here can be trusted.
Possibly, but I mean, I'm just gonna kind of walk around and fucking ask people until they point me in a direction.
Well, I works out for you.
We'll see. I'm gonna get up. From the table and do exactly what I said I was gonna do.
Okay.
Start approaching other fucking people.
Alright. Are you going to approach anyone? Like specifically, or just anyone, or the closest person?
You know what? I'll start with the most intimidating person first.
Okay. There is a very heavy-looking dwarf, like muscle heavy, like not very far from where you guys decided to have a seat, and he is like covered in scars. One of his eyes is completely gone. It's just an empty socket.
Awesome. Yep. Him first. I'm gonna walk over and in semi politeness, like tap my nail on the table before I sit down across from him.
Okay.
Hey,
And he just kind of grunts. folds his arms over his chest like he's waiting for you to say whatever you came here to say.
I'm looking for someone.
Who?
Where's Salt Baron?
The gnome?
No?
Nah.
Can I vibe check him?
Inside him? Yeah. You can inside check.
Mine.
He's lying
13.
to you. He's heard of him, but he probably doesn't know where to find him. He might be able to give you a lead for a decent tip, though.
I'm gonna pull out.
So, I will say, if this helps you guys, you're probably used to using like copper and silver and all of that. We only use gold in my campaigns because I don't like doing math. And, so, that means gold is worth what it would be worth in all of the other campaigns where you use copper and silver and everything, so it's worth a lot. Um, I mean, especially down here where like it's really hard to come by. So it's worth a lot, but it's the only currency that's used. So if that helps. Like one gold coin is a significant amount of money.
Now I'm
Yeah.
really feeling like I got overcharged for that freaking beast.
I'll pull
You
out a
were.
single
You were.
coin and tap it on the table.
He's gonna drop a
Okay.
hand onto the table and just rap his knuckles twice.
Can I infer what that means?
One more.
Hmm.
Ah, yes, highway robbery.
But I know I'm giving him quite a large amount already.
Yes, but he thinks you're desperate. So he's testing how much, like how badly you want this information. He's gonna see how much he can get out of you before you just demand that he tells you.
I
Can I
won't give
can
him
I
a
help
gold.
her at all?
I mean, I don't see why not, but Cat probably wouldn't like that.
I, I won't pull out a gold, but I will put my flask down on the table and tap it
Hey, that's worth
and go,
infinitely more to a dwarf, so he's gonna take that bribe. He's gonna pull the
ah,
coin and the flask towards him, and and
I
he's
didn't even
gonna.
get to tell him it was topside dwarven ale. Damn.
Doesn't matter, it's alcohol.
Dwarf
So
is a dwarf.
he's gonna pull the coin and the flask towards him. He's gonna pause for a minute to take a swig. He's gonna be very satisfied with what he finds inside of that flask. He would have spit it on you if it was water, just so you know. And and he's gonna pause for a second, relish the flavor. It's visible on his face. He closes his one eye, like the whole shebang, right? And then after a moment of that, he is going to open his eye, look at you, and he's gonna say, "Well, I can't help you find exactly where he goes, but I can point you in the right direction. In about 2 hours, you could probably find him in one of his usual spots. You'll find him at the docks, where he always is, for what I know. Or, by some chance he's not, once in a while, you can find him at, and I need to check the map to make sure that I have the name of this place correctly. Give me 1 second here. You can find him at the Blade Bazaar. The problem is, both of those places are on the north side of the city that don't allow you guys there unless you sneak in or find some other way through. But yeah, the docks or the Blade Bazaar, he says.
Alright. Do I know where the Blade where the Blade Bazaar is?
I don't know if you would know where that is. You're supposed to know all the places in the Underdark.
I think I like would at least a rough idea.
Well, so the city that you're in, for Kat's background, the city that you're in is like built on slavery, like literally. So like you probably hate even being here. um like this city is basically like the Greydorf version of Menzoberranzan. So like you're probably not having a good time. I don't know if that is context enough for you to know what's going on here because you would have, in my mind, you would have stayed away from a place like this unless you were on business, if that makes sense.
I think I also would have had to have come here to like learn what this place really was.
In order to know that it's like built on slavery. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense too. So I guess if you
Which is
want,
why it
we
would
could
be a
coin
rough
flip it.
idea. We can coin flip it.
So regardless of whatever background you know for the city, we could coin flip it to see if you know where the Blade Bazaar is, or if you have to ask for more information.
All right.
Boom!
Uh,
You have no idea where it is.
cool.
So you can say that maybe you've heard of it, but you don't know where it is. You could say maybe you've been here before. You can fill in that gap however you like.
I will tap my nail on the table one more time and go and the Blade Bazaar is
North. Well, he's gonna say west, but it's by the lake.
west by the lake.
Yep, northwest by the lake.
All right. Thank you for that information.
Thank you for the ale. I'm keeping this. You can have the flask back later.
That's fine. I'll be here later. I will get up, walk my ass back to the table, sit down with the confidence of someone who just did what the fuck I said I was going to do.
All right. What do, friends? What do?
So what you find?
He doesn't there's no way to tell where he's at right now, but in 2 hours he's going to be either back at the docks or at the Blade Bazaar, which is on the northwest side of town by the lake.
So we have to go where we're not supposed to be again.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Once again, over the bridge, I guess. A bridge. There's several of them.
Ah, yes, lots and lots of bridges.
Are we going now? No, we have to go now. I don't know when this dude's showing.
Yeah.
How long does it take to get from where we are to the north side of town? Like
Um,
northwest.
yeah, so you guys have already been here for a couple of hours, so like it takes like an hour walking.
Okay.
Okay.
That's more
So we've like
exercise than I was mentally prepared to do. Not even physically.
So we have like an hour to kill.
Basically, yeah. But I mean, I'm not gonna make you guys like act out a whole hour of roleplay. That would be terrible.
Well,
You guys would run out of things to say if I put a timer on it.
I
wait,
mean,
we
let's
have
just.
an
I'm gonna
hour.
attach some mage armor to myself because yeah, that's gonna be necessary.
We have an
Better
hour
safe than
till
sorry.
we need to leave, or we have an hour to get there.
It's gonna take you an
What
hour to
is
get there.
okay?
And he's gonna be there in 2 hours, so we have an hour to kill.
Oh well, in that case, Nick stands up and goes over to the bar. I'm gonna need something to drink, please.
The bazaar and the docks are only a 20-minute walk away. They're separate, by the way. But they're both an hour from where you are. So, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Vertically, they're an hour away from you. Horizontally, they're 20 minutes apart from each other.
Okay. Either way, Nyx is getting her drink on. At least a couple.
Yeah, so, if you're gonna drink, I need you to roll a constitution check.
Okay. I'm gonna have one drink. But I'll still roll a constitution.
Yay! I finally get to use this feature.
Me realizing that my con is just a +1.
Yeah, so you're starting to feel a little tipsy after just one. This alcohol might be a little stronger than you thought.
Yes, finally I get to role play these features, and by those I mean Effin's alcohol and brewing based features. Let's see, the tea expert.
We got rooms here, right, to stay for the night.
Nobody has talked to the innkeeper yet, but there are rooms available. Yeah.
Because we spent like a day walking here, so it would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will go procure us, or at least myself, a room.
How much gold do you have left?
Let me see. Inventory. Uh, 12.
12 left? Okay. Uh, alright. That just tells me how I'm gonna have to run this encounter here. I apologize in advance for how racist these people are.
It's okay.
I mean, they're literally a bunch of elves that have dwarves that have gray skin and spider elves. So I mean, if they weren't, I'd be surprised. Is that how drow are? Are they basically just giant spider elves with like middle school syndrome?
Well,
Yes.
I don't know that I would call them giant. I mean, they're not any taller than, like, forest elves.
I didn't mean size wise. I just meant like in general.
Mm. Well, anyhow, so, the innkeeper is a really gruff looking, like, Darrow. They are just a filthy person.
Okay.
They're behind a
Yeah, I'm seeing.
counter, currently barking at someone to do something.
Okay. I will wait until they're done barking, and then just try and grab their attention with a, "Hey,
Oi!
can I get a room for the night?
Yeah. What do you want?
Just a room for one night, man."
Yeah,
Not
20,
anything too.
25. 25.
I'm
The
gonna look
just
at him
the amount of
so.
daytime highway robbery.
I'm gonna look at him like he lost his mind, and then go try again.
You're not from here. It's 25.
I'm up. I'm like, are you sure it's 25? Sure, we can't do any less than that. I could entertain your guests.
I'm sure it's 25. It's 25. You're not from here.
You know, I'm not from
Is
here, but I
is
am
he
an
lying?
entertainer.
Is he lying? Is he lying that
So
you're not from here?
No, that it's 25, because that's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, well, he's the owner. He can set whatever price he wants.
can I use can I use my trait, my race trait,
What's that?
charm person?
There should be a DC check for that, right? What is it?
Hold on, let me look at it.
It would be your spell
Sweet. It
save.
is the charming glamour first level spell. Is my it's my spell casting ability
Right,
modifier.
yeah, it
Okay,
would be
let me
your
check my
modifier.
spell casting
Right.
modifier. Uh, 13 save DC.
16. Fails.
Cool. He is now charmed. Are you sure
Oh,
that price can't
What?
be lowered a little further?
wait.
You said it was 13. So, like, you
Yes.
failed because he rolled a 16.
Oh, well, dang.
Is
Sadness.
he lying about the price?
No, he's the owner. He can make the price whatever he wants.
Okay.
There's no contract set in stone or anything. I mean, you can insight check him, but he's serious.
No.
And I did
I don't like
apologize
him.
in advance because I knew this was gonna be bad.
Yeah. No. Nyx is going to kind of gesture towards her, to her loot on her back and be like, "Listen, I can entertain your guests if you'll take a few coins off the price."
There's
Front
literal
over.
crickets in response, and there's like this
Can I
uncomfortable pause, and he just kind of like looks at Nyx like, "Do you think we like music here?"
can I can I
Loves
turn to
music.
them?
Sorry, were you saying, patron?
Can I? It's gonna be tricky, right? Because they're racist, but they hate Drow more than they hate us.
Which means they hate you more than anybody in this room.
I'm an Astronaut. They don't know I'm a Drow. I don't look like a Drow.
Right, but depending on how you play this, they might find out, is what I'm saying.
Ah,
So, what about intimidation and fear?
I mean, sure, but you have to deal with the consequences of a possible failure in a city full of racists.
I'm gonna. Before we do that,
I've
can
already
I'm gonna,
considered I've already considered it, but let's not forget the teddy bear does exist.
before we do that, can I just turn to the group and go? You know what? It's fine. We'll sleep on the streets. Fucking even the Drow are less expensive. Pieces of shit.
It's true. Definitely more hospitality with the drow.
Fuck this place, I'm going to Walgreens.
Of all the places to go.
And I'm trying to evoke that inner competitiveness of both business and their inner racism against the Drow in our advantage.
Yeah, the problem is, he don't give a shit. You can roll persuasion though to see if maybe you can make him feel something other than contempt.
I
also,
am. We can
also,
do
I'm
it.
just gonna kick this bot real quick. I don't use that bot. I don't like it, and it was asleep anyway. 16.
I rolled a 16.
Yeah, your persuasion works. All right, all right, all right, all right. Look, 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 look. We don't have to be hasty here, okay?
Okay.
Look, I could give you 20, okay? That's the lowest I can go. I gotta make a living here, okay?
Well, with the type of hospitality that you get here in the city, I don't suppose you get a lot of business.
He just kind of like wordlessly gestures around to the tavern full of people.
And they all pay your 25.
Yeah, they have to. No other choice unless you want to go shack up in the abandoned warehouses over in the other district.
Actually, I
Ah,
kind of turned to the group like, actually,
we can go to the abandoned warehouse. I have extra sets of eyes that can watch out for us. And I've got an explorer's pack that's got a bedroll in it, so we can do that if necessary.
A
20
bedroll.
gold goes a long way in the Underdark. I think that's more than just making a living.
Yeah, and I'm just like, is it really worth it to spend 20 gold for comfort when we could just rough it for like an extra night and then still wake up with 20 gold?
I mean, I'm okay with the warehouse.
And
I
I
mean,
am
I'm
very
for
much okay with the warehouse. I am all about love, but I do have a love of money.
Oh, your breath is terrible. God damn.
and I'm poor, and 20 gold is a lot.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
then it
The
sounds like we're decided.
the kitten came to visit me and his breath is terrible. That's who I was talking to, not any of you. Just to be clear.
I mean, well, you couldn't smell my breath if you wanted to. I'm all the way in another state on the other side of the country.
All the same.
Unless the internet decides to create such a thing, in which case you can smell someone's breath from across the country.
Oh my god, cooking channels would never be more popular.
Oh my gosh.
And it would basically be scent based audio.
Like one
Except
of
for,
those Scratch and Sniff stickers.
You know what? I don't want scent based audio based on some of the stuff I enjoy watching. Can you imagine watching like a horror movie?
oh, Shawshank Redemption at the end.
Ugh.
He's
Scratch and
probably
Sniff
be the
Shawshank
super,
Redemption.
Any horse movie.
right?
Oh yeah, or like anything involving like marine life,
Or even
anything with animals.
just in general, anything fantasy because you know how long they go without bathing?
Exactly. Like you're gonna imagine watching the D&D movie, and then you get to and you see they've been adventuring for 5 days. I can speak on how people can smell for like at least 3 days of physical activity with no bath because of my basic training experience. I was glad I got COVID and I couldn't smell anything for 2 weeks because it was the most rest I've ever gotten in my nose.
You know, small tangent, I always talk about like how gross a warframe must smell.
Oh my god. That is a horrible thought process.
Especially after an infested mission.
And then like just like and also like the spores they get alone that you have to like periodically get plucked off.
Yeah.
Right. So
Like just
anyway,
Yeah,
back to
So anyway, what do you guys want to do? You want warehouse or you want a bed?
Warehouse. I would like a warehouse because I refuse because I'm not gonna let her spend all of that 20 gold herself. So I would have had to chip in out of duty, and I don't want to have to do that because 20 gold is 20 gold.
I already spent 12, well, technically 11 since I got one. 11 gold on freaking smelly yeast, so
Yeah, then there's no need to spend more gold.
yeah.
Let's just go bunk it. Let's go do so at the warehouse. I can
They're
summon
not.
something cuddly for us to sleep on.
I am super okay with that because also, like, you guys might not be from the Underdark, but Kat is. She knows exactly how much fucking 20 gold is really worth.
Yeah.
We
Oh
can
my
sleep on
god!
Theodore.
Speaking of smell-o-vision, the kitten just farted in my face. Why did you do that?
So, yeah, I am going to turn to the innkeeper and be like, you know what? Since my talents aren't appreciated here, it seems like me and my companions here are going to go and take the warehouse. It's cheaper and kind of close to where we need to be. So, I believe our minds are made up.
Alright. Good luck. Good luck and good riddance.
Good riddance indeed.
Do you even know, do you even know, like, where the abandoned warehouses are?
On the other side, we got a general direction.
Well, you're headed that way anyway, so... So what do, friends? What do?
Guess we're going to. I does does. I'm going to turn to Cat and be like, I don't suppose you know where these warehouses are.
Coin flip, DM?
Ooh, nope. Nope, you have no idea. You must have gotten your cheesesteak.
I am kind of. I'm munching on my cheese fries, yeah. Kat kind of just shrugs.
The other side. That's all we know.
Well, time to go to any random direction other than here.
Yep. Tend to store things. I would think that the docks would be the area that they bring in a lot of their supplies to the city. I would assume the warehouses would be fairly close to the docks.
Well, but not the abandoned warehouses. They use those.
Yeah, further away from the docks would be the abandoned ones.
And there are several points that are further away from the docks.
Listen, the docks is a good starting point.
Right, I'm just saying, like, if you want the place that's furthest away from the docks, you should stay on the side of the town you're in.
But if the abandoned warehouses are on the other side of town, the docks would be.
He just said other side. He didn't specify which side, east or west.
I don't suppose we could just look for random buildings, abandoned buildings then.
You probably could. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to save you here.
I know.
I know it's frustrating because vague directions, but honestly, this is like the most confusing part of the module, so. This whole city is split into like 12 different directions. Also, side note, I can feel my tongue again, so that's good news.
Good.
You initially couldn't?
You must have missed it. I took a Dramamine for my nausea caused by the weather, and it made my whole mouth go numb.
I did miss that. You didn't slur even once. I am impressed.
Well, that is impressive because I feel like everything is moving at like -10 Mach.
That is terrifying.
So anyway, yeah. So you can look around for probably abandoned buildings. You can ask some people, or you can just wander and kill some time until you guys gotta make it to the docks and then find the abandoned warehouses later.
Hmm.
Or of course, there's the other option, which is the most extreme, is to just say fuck it, throw your hands up and leave.
I feel like there's a midpoint, which is where we sleep with somebody who already has a room.
Eh,
I mean, you guys just pissed off the innkeeper in a tavern full of people, in the only place in town that would accept non-locals.
we pissed
Yep.
him off. He pissed us off.
I did not
Who's
say
pissed
it was
off?
not
Tell the
mutual.
fucking story.
I did not say it was not mutual. Just that he was pissed off.
Hmm.
Um, how much time has passed? Has it been an hour
It's been
ish?
about
Can we still remember?
it's been about a half hour. You still have a little bit of time to kill.
Okay.
Oh, also, I have to get rid of. There you go. Turvy is gone. Goodbye, Turvy. Rest in pieces.
Ah, stop playing. Why did? Oh my gosh. Just trying to click out of something, and I accidentally clicked a video. I mean, I guess what do you two want to do? Do we want to look for the warehouses first, or do we want to go see if we can find Werther's?
I think we should try to get rest first. Definitely warehouse.
Okay. Cat?
Mouth is full. The
Huh?
problem is,
Oh, your mouth is full. Never mind. I figured it
the
out.
problem is, if we rest and then happen to oversleep,
Yeah.
Mr. Dick in a
We can
Box is
have.
like tomorrow. By tomorrow, he can mean by the stroke of midnight.
You know, I did not use that logic. I keep forgetting we're in the Underdark and that they're not fair. Let's hoof it.
I don't know how you can forget that we're in the Underdark. It's dark.
Be-
And
because I shine like a motherfucking diamond. Maybe that's why all those girls didn't like me. Or maybe it's because they don't know music.
think it's
Which
because
I
they don't
forgive
know.
them for their deficiencies.
I don't. How tragic.
It's all right. You will be converted. I will hear
I
you
will be
sing at
converted.
some point.
I like
Yes, you will
music.
sing.
I like to sing. I play
Everyone in this
music. I
Underdark
play a
shall
lot of
sing.
music.
Ooh.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Their lyric.
Don't like what?
It's her secret role. Only the DM knows what for.
Oh yeah, that's never a good thing, but I've just learned to accept my fate.
So,
I am actually, Cat makes a point if we rest and then we over rest, and we miss our appointments, we're gonna be in trouble. We'll find ourselves back in a cell, and I'd rather not do that.
all I'm saying is, the sooner we get this done, the harder it's gonna be for him to find another reason to arrest us.
Nick just points at Cat like, yeah, she makes a point.
It's up to you guys.
So, I suppose we should go and see if we can find these. Well, I guess you know where it is. Like, you know where the bazaar is, right? Cat.
Uh, I did ask the dwarf, so
Okay. So, do we
the
want to head
one
up to the bazaar now then? Or do we want to wait? I wouldn't suggest waiting here.
um, well, we have a half an hour to kill still, right?
Yeah, roughly. Roughly about a half hour, yeah.
Right. In that time, um, am I able to point out just like a general store?
Um, no. Looks like all the trading and selling is done in the bazaar here. Yeah, these people are not making it easy.
I'm starting to get the overwhelming feeling that we're not liked here.
Outsiders are not welcome in the Underdark. Yeah.
Listen, I tried to leave. It's not my fault I was dragged back down.
It is what it is. Uh, Regardless, I'm gonna like tap my knuckles on my armor. No, I'm a little too clanky to sneak very well.
Well, I feel like we need you there. You tend to be the one that made the deal.
Yeah. Um, I needed that room to change.
Okay. Well,
So you just need help sneaking, right?
I need help changing so that
you
way I
need
can.
help changing? I mean, you need help changing?
I need a place to change in which, you know, people aren't
Does a giant teddy bear work?
I don't
At
think
most,
so.
it can
Are we still in
provide
the inn?
cover.
Are we still in that inn?
um, I thought you guys had left because you.
That's right, we did.
So you're
I
just
just
like
couldn't remember.
out on the streets talking about this now.
You could find a nice dark. Never mind. Dark alleys in this town sound like a bad idea.
Yeah, I was about to say, changing in a dark alley in the Underdark is not even something I would do. And there's not much I wouldn't do, but that is definitely on that list.
Says the most unequivocally fearless character.
There are things that even I see are not fun at all.
We could make a show of it. What are they? What are they gonna do? Arrest you?
Yes.
No, but shady characters, no guarantee of proper.
I hate to tell you this, Effin, but we're the shady characters here.
They are
Yeah, we're the
looking
shady
for me.
characters by default because we are nice. However, there's a limit.
Let me phrase this very simply. They are looking for reasons to arrest us.
And
Ah,
that's fine.
well, that's
That's
fair.
fine. They can face the wrath of Theodore.
However, I don't care about changing in a shady ass alley because I'm from the Underdark.
Well, then let's go find us a shady ass alley, and we'll keep Theodore just in case you get scared, Effin.
There we go. Theodore is not afraid of anything at all. Oh, can I just say like Theodore is sentient, so like I'm just gonna put him down and he's just gonna like trot in front of us because it is a familiar.
Sorry, ask that.
So
Ask
I'm
that.
just gonna follow behind the teddy bear that's walking in front of me.
Okay.
And he also has blind sight, so can he be our little scout?
I mean, I guess. Are
I
you
was
really
asking the
sure
other
that you
party members.
are you really sure you want to do something as obvious as a giant walking teddy bear in a town full of paranoid racists?
I mean, I could just have him in his tiny variant.
That is the equivalent of walking in southern Mississippi wearing a rainbow on your t-shirt.
Fine, I'll carry him in my arms. Besides, if they try to attack him, anyone that tries to attack him automatically attacks at disadvantage anyway.
Only if they're within 5 feet and he can see them. But
Yes, but he has blind sight of 60 feet and a passive perception of 17.
yeah, and they still have to be within that 5 foot range though. It has to be both. He has to be able to see them and they have to be within 5 feet.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep him in my arms while he's small to use him as a little scout because he has much better perception and sight than I do, and I'm gonna hold my gun. So we're gonna, do this whole symbiotic, familiar binding thing.
We are Venom.
I was gonna say we are Roosevelt, but that works too.
Uh, DM, is there a magical alleyway in which I can get naked in?
You're
I
just
never thought I would hear that specific question in D&D ever, but
you're probably gonna want to just roll the dice on that one.
Just roll a
the
d20?
world may never know.
Just
I'd
Yeah,
like
because
to
if it's a
point out
magical
that some
alley,
of
it's
those things
likely
were
it's not going to be
invisible, and
empty.
I'm pretty sure that they're probably following us around. But if you're comfortable with changing in front of invisible people, it's fine.
yeah, and Shushar
Roll
isn't with you,
d16
so
on dark naked alleyway chances.
I already rolled a d2 for it, and it came out yes. So
Oh, cool.
I love it.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna, I guess, dip into the alleyway and talk at a conversational level, because like we are aware that we're being followed, at least, right?
no.
They said they were gonna be watching us.
Well,
I'm
so you're
yeah,
aware that you are being surveilled. You are not aware if you are being followed.
but
Okay.
we can knowing that there's invisible people apparently. I mean, we can infer.
That's part of why these people are so damn paranoid, because they can't even detect each other invisible.
That's tragic.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
It's made them all painstakingly honest, though, let me tell you.
Okay. Well, since we don't know if we're being followed, but we do know we're being surveilled, I'm gonna walk into the dark alleyway and like start undoing my armor. But before like anything is able to be seen, I'm gonna very conversationally say, if you don't want ASMR to become literal, I suggest like closing your eyes for a second
Don't become want to
Oh,
want to become what?
to become literal.
ASMR to become literal.
oh, that's funny. That is very funny.
Thank
The
you.
You know,
divine shine.
me.
Question: if you're mooned by an Asmar, is it considered a portent?
It's considered a supermoon, dude.
Fun fact, tonight is a full moon.
Been
Ah,
really bright the last couple nights.
congratulations.
Tonight is also
The Asmar has a full moon.
tonight is also a supermoon. It's the last one of the year, and it's the sturgeon supermoon, and it's taking place at the same time as the Paracid meteor shower.
I don't
Yeah.
know if I should be
I'm
happy
sure
or
there's
stressed
some
about
witchy
how
things
all these
that's gonna
things
go
go
around that.
together. Yeah, I mean, when I was in Florida, I mean, they did have a whole bunch of hedge wishes, having us sign papers, so they could perform, rituals under the supermoon. So that's probably, now that I think about it, that's probably what they were talking about.
Love that. There's actually a giant. So in New Jersey, we have a giant witch fair every like couple of weeks, and it takes place tonight. Fun fact. I couldn't go because work, but my boss went.
I mean, sounds cool though.
It is very cool. Unrelated. I am changing. Damn, I was just gonna change into normal clothes, but I have leather. Can I just change into that?
Yeah, that works.
If that ain't the most drow shit ever,
What? Having leather?
yes.
Not having normal
I have
clothes, only
leather.
having armor.
What does that
Scale
say
mail
about me?
and leather.
I don't think I have leather actually.
God, I can't wait to put my scale mail back on. Holy shit, my AC dropped.
The price you
Anyway,
pay for not having disadvantage on on stealth.
I'm gonna walk back out from the alleyway in just dark leathers.
Look her up and down. Like, that seems to suit you somehow.
it just does.
Thanks.
It just works. If you do the thing and you do it right, it works. It just works.
That is correct. That is how all of this works.
We
Alright,
should get going. Yeah.
we should get going. To the bazaar then.
Sneaking, right?
Yes, I need stealth checks from all of you now.
Okay.
Why?
Woohoo!
Oh,
Why? Why?
Man. 17 barely passes.
Why only roll good when not needed?
I
Oh.
made a
oh my gosh.
5.
So
I'm
only
just
one
gonna
of
turn to
you.
them and be like, I'm gonna turn to them and be like, do you guys not know what's being quiet?
Quiet and unseen. Quiet and unseen.
Exactly. Quiet and unseen.
I would like to point out that per raw, I'm doing like above average.
Oh, by like changing your armor? Yeah.
Right. So since the two of you can't seem to be quiet, am I doing this alone?
You could just take your chances too.
Take your chances too.
I think I I think I'd sneak for a little bit, realize that somehow it's not working, and then like try to regroup, recenter my brain on like sneaking and and being better.
I give her bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna cast guidance on myself, but that works too.
Yeah. Either or.
Okay. I'm giving you inspiration.
Cool. I forget how inspiration works. So can I add it to my roll?
Yeah.
It's an
It's
extra d4, 6.
yeah. It's a D6, D4, D68.
Okay, so it's a d6.
Yep.
Okay, so that makes it a 13. And then, what are we gonna do about that 5, guys?
Guidance.
Man, no one saw what I did there.
What did you do?
What are we gonna do about that 5, guys?
Oh, right, yeah, me.
Five guys. Because
5
I wish I
guys!
had a five guys
I
here.
get it. I considered having them for dinner, but they're expensive.
Five guys are is expensive. I can only afford
They
one.
are expensive, but it is very satisfying food.
It is, right down to the grease at the very end of the day.
Uh, and can I cast guidance on Evan?
Yeah.
And what's that? I have to roll a d4, right?
Um, yes.
So for a max roll, I got a 2. So that's only 7.
So Effin got a 7, and Cat got a 13, and still the only one who passed is Nyx.
Yep.
So, so bad. I can't be invisible, man. I don't. Do I have anything that can help me? Hold on. To look now. No, I don't. Unless I can see invisible people, which I can't, and that I could cast Bane on them. That won't work because I can't see them.
Yeah, I was just looking at Fade too.
That one really screwed me.
I don't have anything either. Well, our options now are send Nyx alone, or just book it through the city and hope that we don't get caught.
So let's discuss the odds of us not getting caught. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens when we do? Do we
I'm
have a backup plan for that?
I am going to retract myself from this conversation.
Okay, here's the problem, right? If we sneak, right, there's a chance that they don't see us. If we book it, they are definitely going to see us.
Yes. So we
And
have to
apparently,
fight either way because I have no stealth abilities. I'm not going to act like I do because I don't. I've only prepared to be hit for when things go south.
oh, we're saying that the odds of survival for the whole group are better if
I'm saying our odds of survival are better if we at least attempt to sneak.
we attempted to sneak already.
I made a nat one,
I am the only one who can sneak, apparently. So, unless you want to try to sneak again.
You know, there's always
which
one
may
person.
create worse circumstances.
There's always one person who builds their character like a rogue without being a rogue.
Did not, actually. My sneak is. My stealth is a +3, and that's just because my dex is a little higher. I have
Let me actually
it's not
check my
even that.
dex.
It's like I have half proficiency in stealth.
I actually do have a proficiency in well, no, I don't have a proficiency in stealth, but I have a +2. My rolls are just trash today.
Performance is really good though.
Do I have anything in my inventory that would
Disguise kit.
help me?
Mm,
No, definitely not. But again, running is we're definitely gonna get seen, right? And I'm not necessarily worried for like us per se, but I am more worried that Turvy is staying in this city. So if we fuck this up, we are fucking over Turvy.
Well,
Hmm.
actually, Nyx has information that you guys don't.
how do I?
You do. Remember, she said she was gonna set off in the morning. She wasn't gonna stay here forever.
Oh, right. Yeah. I am. I was like, well, actually, she said that she wasn't gonna stay here. that she
Right.
was going to set off in the morning. So,
And neither are we. But if we run there and we get arrested right now, they are going to spend the whole night looking for Derby.
this is true. Or we could keep them distracted.
I can do distractions. I'm very good at distractions.
But that still remains we need to get to the dock somehow, or the bazaar somehow, without being seen. Otherwise, we will be arrested either way. So,
Hmm, accurate enough.
so either, I mean, you two can't seem to sneak and be quiet, even with the costume change.
They're used to stomping around with the scale mail because I like it more, gonna be honest.
Yes. Well, scale mail and being unseen go together like oil and water. So,
Ah, I mean, I'll let you two decide on this one. I think I think us like attempting to sneak is the better option.
I do believe us attempting to sneak is a very smart option. However, are we prepared for the consequences if we fail?
it was always for sneaking here. I am just looking at.
Um, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I fucking hate the city. So, am I willing to fight my way out of it? Yes.
Okay, now we're on the same page here.
Avoid murder. I would like to avoid murder as much as possible. Yeah, these people are a bit racist and a little mean, for lack of better terms.
So what I'm hearing is murder is justified if we do.
Just
It's a
because
little
someone is mean to you doesn't mean.
it's worse than being mean.
Although, I mean, I would rather not be enslaved again. I mean, I wasn't in the cage as long as Effin was, but I would rather not go back to anything like that. So sneak it is,
Right.
I guess.
Team break.
Yes. Oh,
Team break.
Canteen break.
So are you gonna try this again? Do we
Do
get
what?
to roll again?
Roll for what again?
Sneaking.
Oh. I mean, I guess. You guys have kind of already resigned to your fate though, so like what's the point?
I was waiting to hear those magical words. Let's start killing things.
I'm not a murder hobo, and I kind
I
of.
think that's what we do next.
Yeah,
I think
and
we should attempt to go through the city first before we just start killing things.
This feels like
But
that.
the
What's
DM
that?
said we're already resigned to our fates. In which
Pat,
case, I've already failed my role. So are we gonna continue to try to fail, or
you know that mission in Skyrim when you go to the city and you're sneaking around trying to figure out like the seedy underbelly of the one city. I forget what the fuck the city name is, and then like
Markarth.
you
Yeah,
what?
Markarth.
Markarth.
Yeah, Markarth, and you find out that like even the city guard are like super corrupt, and then you have to like fight your way through them if you deny getting arrested and you kill the guys in the thing.
Oh, when you're in
I
the guy's
don't
house,
know
Whenever
that
you
at
fail,
all.
when you're in the guy's house and you're trying to get like the charcoal rubbing of whatever it is that he was looking at, And when you're on your way out, you can try to sneak out, but there's a lot of city guards, so either you kill them or you try to sneak. And if you get caught, you just have to kill all of them and then get out.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. It's the one. Well, I think it's part of that mission quest where you have to go meet the guy back at the church, and when you do, the city guard are there and they've already killed him.
Yeah, it's the one that starts like right whenever you get to Markarth, they murder that woman and then the lady the like courier comes up to you and he's like, "Hey, got a message for you. Your eyes only." And then he hands you this like note from this person who says to meet him in like the crypts, and then you go and you find out that it's all like a secret plot to like imprison you, and they use that as an excuse to like recruit you to their side so that you can uncover that like everybody is actually like forsworn in disguise.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. And then you help the Forsworn get out, and then the Forsworn still attack you anyway.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
I was so mad. I was so mad the Forsworn still attacked me.
Until you find out that you can just sneak up behind them and literally rip their hearts out and insta kill them.
Yes.
Here. Point. I
Christian,
tried
don't
to
ever get
sneak to the
Skyrim. We'll never
bazaar.
see you again.
Really?
I'm
That
serious.
sounds like a challenge. Wait, I think the lady has that on her Xbox already.
Okay, but
You
okay,
said
now
Elder Scrolls, I think.
Well, there's more than one. Elder Scrolls is a whole
yeah.
franchise. But anyway,
Here's my thoughts on this whole thing. What's the point of trying to sneak to the other side to the bazaar if we're just going to be attacked anyways? Why give up a
I'm liking where
sword?
this is going.
Why? No, 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 no. You don't. Why give up a sword to a person to try to avoid being thrown back into the enslaving pens when, if we get caught on the wrong side of the town, we'll just get thrown in there anyways? Why not just leave?
Because, again, they'll spend all night looking for Turvy, and no offense, I didn't come all this way just to get her put right the fuck back where she escaped from.
Okay, fair point. I did offer Turvy to come with us, and she denied it. This is up to her now.
Yeah, she still thinks we're giving the sword to that guy, so she thinks she's got, you know.
We know where to find her. She's at the crypt. Why don't we just go and talk to her before we leave? If there's no way to get to the bazaar safely, and it's just going to end up with us being caught anyways or dead, why not give her a warning and then leave or attempt to? I'm assuming that
Oh, just send her a warning? That's not hard.
we can go tell her. We know sure where she is.
Well, no, the bear touched her, so the bear can find her.
Okay, we'll see.
I mean, we could do that, but Kat's gonna like cross her arms and look at both of you and go, "Do you really want more people on your ass?"
What's a
Look,
few
we're
more at
running
this
out of
point? Maybe
options.
they'll listen. They hate each other. Maybe if they run into each other, they'll just kill each other.
Look, we're running out of options. We're having to choose literally between what we do for our own safety and what we're doing and how it may affect someone that we brought all the way here. So it's either we take harm or they take harm. This is a very ruthless and merciless type of place. And I'm
Okay.
sorry,
Listen,
but I was here. I'm here with the party members.
it's a trolley thing. Is it the party members or is it the NPC that was invited to join us and did not?
At this point, it's everyone's. She has to watch her own back. She said she and her brother were there on their own. We offered her protection and she turned it down. There's only so much kindness that can be offered in the type of environment that will chew you up and spit you out.
some of that
Yeah,
is
That's fair.
information. some of that is information that Effin wouldn't know, but yes.
I would assume that Nyx would have said something similar. I just didn't. But yeah. Well, I did say that I did offer her a a place, and she did decide to go on her own, which is basically what happened. I just didn't give the specifics.
Well,
Yes,
But
that was when she thought I was giving the sword for,
well,
safety.
I'm
you
just
have
saying
your
we
swing
still
vote now,
have
though.
time. We still have time to go and talk to her where she's visiting her brother, or saying her goodbyes. Like, we know where she is right now. We could go and we could warn her before we take off.
And you have your swing
Don't we
vote.
have a
He
certain
just
amount of
appeared.
time?
We do have a certain amount of time, and we do have a swing vote here now. Hello, hero. Welcome to the group. How are
hello.
you?
Stressed, but
So,
otherwise I'm good.
so
I'm ready.
let's catch you up to speed. We have you guys made it to Gracklstugh, which is a Durgar city in the Underdark. They are incredibly horribly racist. I have had to be a terrible human being this entire session.
Poor
um
thing.
you know how much I hate that. And
I do.
and
Poor thing.
um yeah, so basically it's been one frustration after the other. They are now considering leaving the city. However, they gave their word that they would turn this weapon over to um, this one guy so that he would allow them entry into the city. In order to do that, they have to go to a place of the city where they are not allowed. If they don't do this and they simply leave, they could be signing the death warrant for an NPC who decided to stay behind, whose brother was murdered last night.
Hmm.
Whose brother's body is in the mausoleum
But
in this city.
we were going to sneak over to this bazaar so that we can hand the weapon over, and however, only one of us was able to succeed on a stealth check.
Even
So,
Hmm.
with bardic inspiration and guidance.
So
so
what I'm hearing is obviously, this is out of character. What I'm hearing is that we are in a current Kobayashi Maru, and we have no foreseeable way to make a good decision.
It's
It's
a
a
Basically.
trolley.
moral decision type deal.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
I'm on the
trolley
side
thing.
of saving our butt first.
that's what a Kobayashi
But
Maru is, guys.
Yeah, it's a Kobayashi Maru. It's a
so
no-win situation.
yeah. So, but
Oh,
I am suggesting that we go and tell this NPC, because we know where she is, of what's
Mm-hmm.
going on, before leaving, so that she knows what's going on, so that she could leave. And apparently, for some reason, we can't do that. I don't understand why we'd fight to go to the bazaar, if we're just gonna get attacked anyways for being on the wrong side of the city to
I
hand over
mean,
a sword. Like, either way, if we head over there, we're going to be arrested and thrown into jail, either for being on the wrong side of the enslaved again, for either for being on the wrong side of the city, or for not turning in the sword. And I don't see the reason that we should go over there if
that's
that's
if we that's if we can even make it to the gates, right? We know they're surveilling us.
would
They said
rather.
they were going to be watching us.
Yes,
If
but
we just leave, we could get arrested before we even make it out of the city.
I would rather try to make it out of the city than go into a situation where we know for a fact that it's going to be detrimental to our whole party. So I would rather fight on the way out of the city rather than fight to a place where it wouldn't matter anyways, because the reason why we're fighting is to get to a place to give something away so that we're not fighting. So
Honestly, it makes sense. And honestly, I'd rather get the fighting over with because otherwise we're just gonna have to sneak every single place we're trying to go. There is no alternative. Right
listen,
now
I
we're in a
know
place
you're a
where we
murder
are not
hobo,
wanted.
but I'm trying to look at something a little less than let's kill him.
It's not that. I'm stating on a fact of like no matter where we go, currently it's either try to run before we get arrested and then try to fight our way out, or walk directly into what we know is probably a trap and then try to fight our way out.
And we'd be closer to the exit if we tried to run and then find our way out.
And keep in mind, like, we also have to pass by here again.
What if we do both?
I don't feel like there's a compromise here.
There
It's
may
either
not be.
we try to
It
leave the city and fight, or we stay and fight and then try to leave the city and fight.
well, I guess here's my thing. Like, based on what everybody else is saying, based on what I'm gathering, why don't we take the sword, like drop, like go deliver the sword, and then tell the girl? Why
What
don't we
is
do
the
both those?
point?
It
The
doesn't
girl that we
matter.
tried to help earlier that didn't want the help, so drive ourselves into further danger to
Okay,
help
I'm
someone that
okay
didn't want the
because
help.
maybe
We're
one.
Hear
Go
me out.
to the part of the city where we aren't supposed to be. Definitely be seen.
Does
To
anybody
hand
have a
over a
disguise?
sword.
Does anybody have it like a disguise kit or like a disguise self?
Nope, we're level 2.
Mm, true. But normally,
Um,
normally somebody would have like a disguise kit. Um, is there a store
also,
anywhere where we could possibly buy one?
In the
my
same part of town you guys aren't allowed in that you were currently trying to go. What you trying to say, patron? Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. I was just answering the question.
I was just trying to say, like, my point is, like, the thinking ahead. Not only is it about Turvy, which for Kat is a big deal because she doesn't want to sign someone's fucking death warrant who doesn't deserve it.
Yeah,
Time to
Turvy.
go tell her and warn her isn't computing here.
Because like we tried helping her, and even if we could say it was based on grief that she made a decision that was not in her best interest, it's putting the rest of the party in danger and possible hopes of trying to save one person because of a conscience.
Right, which I get, but I'm also the other point was that one, we're not guaranteed to make it out of the city. We know that people are surveilling us, they are watching us, so they are probably hearing the party have this conversation.
Which I get that too, but I'm just
Two,
like,
we have to pass by the city that we are escaping and will then be wanted from again in what, 2 days' time? Because we have to go back, pick up the people that we left behind, and then go past the city again.
Again. This was out of our way.
No,
Yeah, but we have to pass the city, like the entrance to the city, to get to where we're going.
this was
Do
not
we?
out of your way. It was directly on the path. It's just that Cerise didn't want to come to this city because he knew that he wouldn't be well received here. But he's not going to say that to you. He's going to come up with some bullshit reason why it's not safe.
So do we have to pass by the city again? Do we have to go the way that we went to come to the city to get back on track to Neverlight Grove?
Unless you want to cross the lake, where are you going to find a boat?
But where are we on this map right now? I mean, yes, we are in. I know we're in the city, but where are the rest of our group? The Sereth and all them.
Third
So,
day south, aren't they?
right now, you guys are here on the map, and if you're about a day out, that would put the rest of the group about here. And I am going to screenshot this for those of you who are not watching the stream and can't see that. Sorry for the graininess, it's super zoomed in.
And the path that we took is the only path we have to go by.
No, that's just the path that Sarith took you. He's your guide. That's the way you decided to go.
Unless we go all the way around the lake, which is going to take up more time.
Belkinville,
And
where we
put
came
you
from.
closer to your pursuers, who are
And think
behind you.
this. Okay, so either way, we are screwed. I'm just saying, I would rather. I'm. This is a freaking catch 2020. 2020 and Bane might as well. 22.
It's catch 22.
I knew what I was saying, but 2020 was a bad year, so catch 2020 is fine too.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So do
I mean,
you
I,
guys
I I get that. Um, and I mean, dadgummit, that went my phone.
do you
I
guys want to
get where
flip a
you're
coin?
coming from. I'm sorry, Larry. Go
You're
ahead.
fine. I was just gonna say, do you guys want to flip a coin?
I'm just saying, there's no point in handing in the sword if we're going to be screwed over anyways. So
But at least if we're caught then, we might be able to talk our way out of it. If we're caught escaping, I doubt he's going to let us talk our way out of it.
Hmm.
I don't know. We have our monk who just suddenly appeared with us now. So what does he think?
Just be glad. Just
Hmm.
just be glad that Shushar's not here because you would not like his answer to this.
Oh yeah, Shushar is. Yeah, Shushar would basically just narrow it down to like just doing what is the I want to say the righteous thing.
Well,
Yeah.
he's an enlightened Koatoa monk, basically. He is as zen as you can imagine a stoner Buddha.
Stoner Buddha.
No, I play him like a stoner too. Like,
Yep.
what's up, man?
Uh, Hero just coming in and just kind of hearing all this all at once. I don't think he would really have a um have a an, he would not have formed an opinion yet because he hasn't heard the full story. So I can't really give an opinion as far as in character with me just coming in.
Here's another option, and I don't really like this option. Because I'd rather have the whole party there.
Split the party.
But Nyx passed her 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 stealth roll.
Hero hasn't rolled yet. You might have a companion to go with you. Also, Eldith hasn't rolled yet.
I was actually going to ask
Eldith
Eldith her
passed.
opinion.
Eldith passed her stealth roll. But, Eldith is also equally racist.
This is true. Yeah, I was going to ask Eldith her opinion, though.
She's horribly racist. She refers to people as, dark dwelling degenerates.
I should respect if she's racist. This is not like her opinions on race. This is her
Her
practical opinion.
her opinion would
It's her
be
opinion on the value of life.
it doesn't matter, let's just get the fuck out of here. Because the sooner that she gets back to Blingden Stone is the sooner that she gets back home. That's all she wants. Her main priority is just getting back home. That's it.
So, not helpful.
Not helpful at all. No. But she did pass her stealth check.
That's at least one good thing. I guess.
Hero, roll.
What am I rolling?
Stealth, sir.
Huh?
Stealth.
Stealth.
Yep.
Stealth. Okay. I real stealth.
You gotta be a snaky snake. Yep,
I
and you
sneaky snake.
passed. So it's literally just you two.
I very snaky snake. Virtual tabletop not found.
Do you guys want to try rolling again?
I mean, I could try, but
No.
I
You said no.
originally said no,
You've
but
already
now
resigned
they're.
yourself to the-
I did originally say no, but now they're the only two. Like, even the NPC passed, and that never happens. So I'm willing to let them try again.
nat 20.
Okay, there's one.
Hey, nice.
Can I cast guidance on myself before I do this?
You can cast guidance either way. I don't care if it's before or after.
Cool, cool, cool. Fuck me!
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even if I get a 4. I'm gonna hand the sword to one of them. And then look them dead in the eye. And go, if you get caught, tell them you... What's his face? The general? Fucking guy?
Gluckgak.
Cat knows his name. Gluck Dick?
I don't want to know that name. Because that just sounds kind of weird.
His name is what dick now?
Gluckgak.
I'm writing it down.
Gluckgak.
Gluck Dick.
You don't want to know what I heard with the dick. You don't want to know what I heard.
So is it block gok?
If you get caught, tell Gluck Dick you know one of those escaped people and you know where they are, and then just point them in my direction. Best I can do.
Self-sacrifice.
Nick's gonna take the sword.
I can talk my way out of that from there. I'm gonna go change back into the armor that I like and get out of this fucking leather.
Alright, so if you guys are going to head in that direction, then you'll make it to the bazaar with about 10 minutes to spare. That'll give you enough time to kind of settle down and find a place to hide if you wanted to observe from afar.
Yep. That sounds good.
I'm not, I want to apologize. I'm not making fun of names. I am just hard of hearing, and those are genuinely things that I hear.
No, no,
Like, I
no,
heard Gluck Dick.
no, 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 no. It's fine. It's totally fine.
I could have
First of
swore
all,
that's what was said initially.
these are all made up words anyway because they're like high fantasy like genre, right? So like that's totally valid that that is what you heard. Also it was hilarious, so no complaints. I typed it in
Salt.
I typed it in all caps though because it was emphasis on the way it's pronounced, but uh
Um,
anyway.
and then Salt Baron, I think his name was.
Yes.
Sometimes I come up with like modern references to be able to remember names.
That's fine.
And that's where that Salt Baron one came from. Okay, I'm not here anymore. I go change.
Okay. So then I guess the rest of us will head into the unknown, I guess. Make our way to the bazaar, assuming that we got the directions from Cat.
Oh, I introduced Theodore to the monk, and I introduced Theodore to your spider as well, just
All
to
right
get
then.
that out the way. Oh yeah. Long story short, I changed classes into a wizard. The wizard can summon baby monsters, and I currently have a teddy bear that can calm people down as a familiar.
You aren't a
Can I call it con?
a fake bard anymore.
Did I want to update what now?
I said, so you aren't a fake bard anymore.
No, no. I'm not a fake bard anymore. I'm still gonna be singing for the fuck of it. However, I just beware. I thought about combining this. Because when you said we're gonna take another level at some point, I'm like, I wonder if I can take a shepherd druid and combine it with this guy and just basically have my army of Pokemon. I'm not doing that, by the way. I thought about it. No one likes a shepherd druid in the first place for that reason alone. It's also too much bookkeeping to keep track of all the familiars that come out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep my baby monsters and I'm just gonna go into like some druid thing that allows me to fight close range. Also, what is your spider's name again? Or
I'm
did the
not
spider
sure I
not
ever
have a
gave it
name?
one.
Well, that's the wrong idea. Give it one. But all of my familiars currently have names. I have a beetle that is a flaming beetle. His name is Blue.
Is he blue?
Yes,
Very nice.
e- even his fire is blue. I have a phase spiderling. I was initially gonna call that one Blue too, but I just decided to call it I decided to call it Little Ghost. And those are all the introductions for now. But currently I have the teddy bear who can apparently see everything and cannot be frightened.
Interesting. Interesting.
But like literally he is immune to like so much stuff. But like he only has 3 hit points, so like his entire existence is solely support.
Right.
I literally only conjured it because the NPC was going through something since her brother died, and I expended 1 use of his comfort in order to cause her to feel better. He gets like 3 uses of comfort per day.
Okay. Okay.
So if you guys ever get frightened, just hug the teddy bear, and it'll go away.
I don't know if I can be. Well, I think I can be. Yeah.
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call my spider Krillin.
That's I don't know if that's shade or if you're honoring him, but I feel that is shade.
It's Krillin.
That's strong shade.
Sorry, guys. I'm back.
it's
Welcome back.
One of the cats was
it's the
crying, and I
it is
couldn't.
honorable shade.
One of the cats was crying, and I couldn't hear where he was coming from, so I had to take my headset off. And it turns out the dumbass locked himself in the bathroom.
Oh, the dogs here do that all the time. But oh yeah, we were talking about the names, and I was catching him up on the fact that Ethan is currently the summoner route, the zoo dude.
Mhm.
Um, and the spider now has a name. The spider is Krillin. His spider's name is Krillin.
Nice.
So Master Roshi and Krillin. Got it. Got it. There's no copyright here.
What copyright? What are you talking about?
Exactly.
All right. So back to the matter at hand. What are we going to do?
I think apparently we are hiding at the bazaar, waiting for it to be time for us to meet where there's Saltburn Baron. What's his name? Where's Salt something? I don't know. The dude.
Where's Salt
The
Baron?
build. Oh, excuse me.
He of the salty spittoon.
So, so yeah, so several minutes pass and you start to wonder if he's going to show up at all. When someone does appear, but right before anything can happen, hands clasp over your mouths and pull you back.
Of course they do.
Yep, of course they do.
Is there
So,
a way that I can struggle out of this?
for plot reasons, no.
Okay.
But you can try with
Yeah.
disadvantage.
So it's the immortal plot armor.
Bet. What do I need to roll?
It
Strength.
would be strength check to see if you could break out of a grapple. Yeah. Pretty sure. Well, ordinarily that would work, but it's not gonna work here.
Just not enough.
Just barely. Yeah, so you
If I
are
had rolled 2 nat 20s, you'd have to let it.
So yeah, you guys are captured by unseen assailants.
More
Durgar,
invisible people.
Durgar, if you are not aware, are able to cast at will. Um, damn it, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's not invisibility. Anyway, they can cast that at will. It is a racial feat of theirs, so they use it all the damn time.
Okay.
It's not greater
But we are captured.
invisibility.
Of course we are.
Non-detection. There we go. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, there's
Non-detection.
not much we can do because you won't let us struggle out. But
Yeah. So, um, I paused because it bothered me that I didn't know the name of that spell. Anyway, so yeah, you're taken to dungeons which are carved out of stone. Um, So, after waiting for a while in dungeon cells carved out of impressively thick stone, you're taken to a dark office and met by an imposing female grey dwarf. She is fully armored and bears an insignia you have not seen on any other Durgar so far. She's flanked by two stone guards who remain by the door. I am Captain Erd Blackskull, commander of the Stone Guard, she says, giving each of you a calculating look. Let me start by saying you are worth nothing here in Gracklstugh. Most of those in my command would sell you off in a heartbeat as the cheapest manual labor. However, I've learned to make much better use of adventurers like you. I have a job.
so wait, you kidnapped us to hire us?
I'm sorry for the rough treatment, but I didn't suppose you would probably consider me trustworthy. However, I'm willing to pay you handsomely for the ordeal.
Well, as long as you're paying us, all can be forgiven.
Well, it'll help anyways.
Oh, and we've done the liberty of contacting your friend as well. And just as she says that, she gestures to a door that opens, and there's a guard that basically had to hogtie Cat to get her to come willingly.
Cat
Lovely.
is still struggling in the hog tie, absolutely fucking cursing this guard out in Undercall.
Hmm.
So, do we have a deal?
What's the job? You didn't even tell us.
Well, I need to know if you're even willing to work for me first.
I
Well,
need to know what the job is before I can agree.
I need your help finding someone. Tracking someone, in fact. Wouldn't that be a turn of events?
Well, are you saying that because we're being tracked? How would you know that?
I know everything that happens in this city, including all of your little conversations.
Of course you did. Arguing in the middle of the street would definitely gain attention. Who is this person?
Are you asking me, the DM?
No,
Oh, you're
I'm
asking
asking
who's
who
the
we're
person
tracking.
you're looking for. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. He's a grey dwarf. His name is Droki. He somehow
Great.
managed to avoid our capture, as if he somehow knows in advance where the patrols will be, invisible or otherwise. We
That'd be
know
helpful.
we know that he lives in the West Cleft district. But we haven't been able to capture him so far. I just need you to follow him, see what he does and where he goes, and report back. Or, if you see an opportunity, capture him and bring him in for questioning, or should the need arise, kill him and bring back evidence.
Okay.
If we do this, one thing that we would require is access to every part of the city, even
Absolutely.
those that we are not allowed in.
Absolutely. In fact, this job
Honestly,
requires you to go to a place that you're not normally allowed in. So I've prepared these. She waves an arm, and one of the guards steps forward with a case that he pops open with a click. And inside are stone badges carved with the insignia of the Stone Guard. These will allow you passage in anywhere in the city in the utmost authority of one of my guardsmen. All you have to do is wave one of these in someone's face if they apprehend you, and they'll immediately back down like a rabid dog, suddenly in front of a stake.
Hmm.
sounds good to me.
Further, should you finish this job, I'll even let you keep them so that should you return, you'll have the same authority.
That does sound like a good deal.
What else do we get in return?
I did say that I would pay you handsomely.
how handsomely.
Very
Apologies,
handsomely.
I did not hear that. As an old man, my hearing has gone just a bit south.
Very handsomely. To make up for the rough treatment, the lack of trust, whatever you want to call it.
The obvious highway robbery for stinky yeast.
That is not something that I can do anything about. And you didn't even pay him, so I'm not refunding you for something you never paid for. But
I
I
paid
will
for
be
the
paying
stinky
you.
yeast.
I will be paying you for much more than what that yeast was worth.
I'll look back at the group. I'm like, so how long do you think?
I'm be down for it.
How long do you think the that stool and all them will wait?
There are others, more of you?
We just came in for supplies. We are traveling. Yes.
Well, uh, we can go and get your companions.
No, they're fine. They're a long ways away. It's fine.
There's like a pause where she like considers, and then she says, "Well, it doesn't seem like you're very keen on us meeting these friends here. Do you keep unjust company with you?"
Not at all. I just am getting the feeling that different races here in the Underdark don't really get along, and I would rather avoid unneeded fights.
Kira's
That's
gonna
a
interject and say, what she means is our companions that we were traveling with decided to move on without us and moved on ahead and told us not to wait up.
it's been a very
Hoping to meet up with them later.
it's been a very
But
long
I will.
time since people have both lied to me and not lied to me in the same breath.
Can I be honest? Kat hasn't heard a word of this conversation. She is still like fighting with this guard.
Cat
So,
would probably kill Nyx. Nyx is a bard. She doesn't know how to.
so, well,
Apparently, she does though because I've passed all of my stealth rolls.
so, while all of this is going on, there's like a sudden like snap of Irja's patience, and like you can see it visibly on her face, like if there was a thread that went from one eye to the other, the one in between just snapped, and
Oh.
and so she barks some order at the guard in like Dwarvish, and in one deft motion, he cuts the ropes that are tying Cat, and she just like falls. He doesn't even try to catch her or anything.
I fall.
Yeah, because like you're hogtied,
Cool.
so he's like holding you and then cuts, and then like cuts the hog tie, and then he just like drops you.
Can I can I kick him as I fall?
You could do
Like a
dex to
like a
see if you're
donkey kick?
dexterous enough to kick him mid fall. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. 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 What is my dex? It's important to know.
It's very important to know.
Okay. Come on, my luck for rolling good for dumb shit. Come through.
Now what?
9. No.
So you attempt to kick him, but you end up kicking his ankle anyway. It doesn't
That's
really seem to have much of an effect, considering that he's wearing stone shoes.
I accept that.
Oh, by the way, there is a picture of a stone guard. I think they look really cool, so I'm gonna find this and show. Oh, here we go. Bam. I think they look really cool.
They are very cool looking.
They're just dwarves.
Well, but they're gray dwarfs. That's the difference. They've sort of developed like camouflage, if that makes sense, to like blend in with the dark stone.
I'm gonna, yeah, no. Nyx has looked back at the scene and then back at the person and be like, I am being as honest as I feel comfortable being with you.
Well,
I'm
that's
being
fine.
completely honest.
Little
join us.
The fact is that our companions are not, our other companions are not near the city. They have nothing to do with here, with what we're doing here. I was just wondering how long they would wait for
Well,
us to do this little side quest. I
fine.
guess.
We can just send them word that it'll be a few days. I'll pay for your room and board here as part of the payment that I said that I would so handsomely provide. Should you provide me information on Droki, his whereabouts, or bring me his head, or whatever it may be, um,
Question.
and we will inform your friends that it will be a few days.
I would rather keep their location secret.
There's not much secret around here. We've been tracking you for 4 days.
Well, then you know where they are. You know who they are. And what they are, then.
I did just call you a liar.
4 days feels a little excessive. Also, what the fuck is going on?
Uh, hire to track
Negotiations.
down somebody named Droki. Sounds a lot like Loki.
He kind of looks like a
Brain.
Loki, too.
Anyways, a great elf named Droki, and I was asking our fellow companions how long they thought that the others would wait for us, and now she wants to send word to them, saying it would be a few days if we helped her.
Oh, they probably won't wait very long at all. As well, they shouldn't.
Well, unless you know the way to where we don't have a few days. Hold on. Stop. Hold the phone. Nobody knows what that is.
Hold the magic stone.
Hold the magic stone. What's the one where they communicate with each other? The one that they can talk into?
Message.
Message stone
Hold the message stone.
or the sending stone. I think it's called the sending stone.
Sending
Yeah,
stone.
hold the
Hold
sending
the
stone.
stone that you talk into. We don't have a few days.
Well, I
We could.
am aware of your predicament, and I will have you know they would not dare set foot here.
Yes, but eventually we have to leave here.
And I can assure your safe exit from the city. I can't
And what
guarantee
about
anything past that, but I can guarantee you will leave the city safely, and the vicinity around the city safely. At least, I don't know, 10 miles.
our not present companions?
Provided that you let us tell them you're going to be here for a few days, we can assure that they are also safe. They're currently unaware of our whereabouts as it is, so it's...
And what about the one that came with us into the city that is no longer with us?
Oh, she's already gone.
Good. But is she safe?
That I don't know. She was keeping some secrets from you as well. So,
Oh,
I don't
as long
know.
as she also doesn't think she's some murder god.
Oh, no, far from it. In fact, she is a murder god.
Nyx is just going to like narrow her eyes and be like, "What?"
I'm gonna, I'm gonna cross my arms.
She be what now?
I'm gonna watch this lady for a minute and go. And what can you say for your? He was a general, right? That's what he
General?
introduced himself as.
No,
Oh, Gracklstugh.
Greckle Dick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very much the same, yes. What about him?
Okay. Can you guarantee that he is not going to, I don't know, attempt to arrest and enslave us
The
and then try to
authority that
use
I am
that to
providing you is above the authority that he has.
nice. Now, can we go back to the whole Turvy being a murder god thing?
Can we? I don't know. Can we?
Can we? I'd like to know more about that, please.
Well,
Whole
haven't you ever heard
quest
of an
aside here.
exaggeration, dear?
Well, yes, but you see, one of the other things that she is that I can't remember what they're called. Drigger.
She's a Darrow, not a Durgar.
Okay, whatever. She also said that they were actually a murder god. So,
Oh, Bupido was a Durgar, yes, and he did say that he was a murder god. He thinks that he is the reincarnation of Dinkarazan.
yes, sure. But why would you say that about Turvy? She was so sweet.
Oh, was she? Well, she must have been a wonderful actress.
Right, okay. So, anyways, this Droki dude. Person.
Yes. So all I need you to do is follow him without being seen and just report on his whereabouts. Or capture him or kill him and bring me the evidence. That's all I require.
Is his head enough evidence, or do you need like more? Do you want the whole body? Like what?
His head, an arm, a foot. Or just simply evidence of whatever he was doing before you killed him. Why even stress yourself out bringing a body back? That's so much work. That's what I have you for.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm not a big fan of just killing people for existing, but
I don't really have complaints about it. We don't know him.
And
point, we
frankly, he
don't know
doesn't know
him, so
you, which
why
is
kill him?
exactly why I need you.
Right.
I'm willing to make it worth your while.
Where if this is like 2 gold coin.
Well, she did offer to keep you safe from the drove for at least 10 miles outside of the city.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a pretty nice offer right now. Because, like, every minute you guys spend in the city, you're already of, like, 1 day of, like, your pursuit level goes up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the sooner we get this shit done, you know.
Fine.
I guess you have a deal then.
Splendid! That's what I like to hear. Well, then,
You could.
there's one of these for each of you. Go ahead and take one.
With badge things, right?
Yes. You
Nikisi.
don't need them to be visible, but should anyone apprehend you, you simply need to wave it in their face, as I said, and everything will disappear.
They believe that we, motley crew of outsiders, are even working for you.
It doesn't matter. This insignia is absolute authority. They will not go against that.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Nice.
So we can stay in a nice inn and they won't charge us 25 gold?
Better than that, you'll be staying in the soldiers' barracks. I've cleared out one specifically for you adventurers so that nobody will end up in your way. Think of it like a dorm suite, all to yourselves.
Interesting.
Okay.
I have one last question. Forgive me. If this Dick Drokey, whatever the fuck his name is, if he's got like cool stuff, can we keep the cool stuff?
Unfortunately, that would be considered evidence until I've had a chance to go through it, per se. But if I find that it's not of use to me, I will be willing to turn it back over to you, yes?
Cool.
Okay. So if Seraph isn't gonna wait, should we just get rid of the yeast? No, never mind. I paid a pretty gold piece for that.
No, the yeast isn't for Seraph, it's for me.
Okay.
And she did say she would send a message to them so that they would wait.
The most important question? What's the most important question? Listen, you're talking to someone when you say what the most important question when it comes to D&D is she hot?
um,
That is my most important question, actually. But I don't need to know if she's hot because I like the way she talks. So I'm gonna assume that she's hot and I'm gonna roll with that. I guess the other most important question would be what they know about Droki already.
also an important question, not the one I was referring to though.
Hmm.
I don't know what the most important question is then. Like,
Nobody's asked
yeah,
why.
okay. Why are we hunting? Listen, I just figure it's because you've been elf. Just saying. I figured she was just being super racist. But why are we hunting down Drogi?
So her tone suddenly turns dark, and she says, "Well, he's linked to a conspiracy, we believe, involving the Council of Savants. Maybe even some things among the clan lairds. Anyway, discovering the conspiracy and purging the corrupt will grant me great favor with the Deep King.
King.
I've already
Does any of that
arranged.
make any sense to me?
You would know who the Deep King is because he runs this city. This is an absolute monarchy, so that's a big deal. Also, you would be, like, you, out of everybody here other than Eldith, would be aware of the authority that she is handing you with these badges. You would know, like, how big of a deal that is.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna hand the sword back to friggin' uh cat over here and be like, I suppose I don't need this anymore.
Oh, and by the way, don't be afraid to interview other people as well. Um, the conspiracy that Strokey is involved in, while he's the one that's important and specifically the person that you're after, if you can gather any information for me otherwise from other people, I would be willing to throw in a bonus on your payment. There's some sort of corruption going on, and I would like to get to the bottom of it, one
If
way or another.
you're looking for corruption,
Just
maybe you
throw a
should,
stone. I think you'll find it.
yeah, maybe you should look at your general.
Oh, I don't mean moral corruption.
I also didn't mean more. Listen, I'm not maybe the smartest person, but like, I don't know. He gave me a vibe. Just saying.
I'm not going to stand here and pretend that I am a saint. And I'm not going to stand here and pretend that anyone else here is a saint either.
I'm the
But I
saint.
am telling you, there is something afoot. And if you bring me information on what it is, if you happen to notice anything, and you bring that information to me and can prove it, I will pay you a bonus. On top of what I have already promised you. You're outsiders. You might notice something that people who are living here wouldn't notice, such as subtle details that show up out of nowhere.
Right. Okay. So why? Because he's part of a conspiracy.
Yes, a conspiracy
Where?
with the Council of Savants. He
Yep.
may or may not be tied to the corruption that I was referring to. He may or may not be causing it. I need proof of his innocence or proof of his crimes, one way or another.
And he's hiding out in the.
West End District.
Yes, the West End District. Listen, you said a lot of things.
Do you need a notepad?
No, but I do kind of want to know anything else that maybe sticks out about this druggy dude.
He carries a peculiar staff with him, and he wears rather tattered clothing.
Okay.
You'll know who he is. He looks quite strange, actually. He would stand out, even amongst, well, you lot. And she kind of waves her hand, like, in disgust.
Me.
And here I was thinking you were super hot.
Well, I'm
I.
flattered. You're not my type, dear.
Could be. Wink.
You have a strange type. I say to Cat, not the lady.
Listen, I like old danger, assuming.
I just would rather get this business done and over with. So, with that being said, I suppose we should take a rest before we start doing the rest of it.
I agree.
Alright, very well. I will have the guards lead you to the barracks that you'll be using for the time that you'll be here.
All right.
Oh, and before you leave, as a symbol of good faith, take this. And she snaps her fingers, and one of the guards tosses each of you a bag of 10 gold.
Nice.
I mean, that covers most of the yeast.
I now have 20 gold.
All right, I got money.
I have 33. I could have totally paid for the room at the end.
Look at that, rich one.
Hey, people down here in the Underdark may not appreciate my haikus and my instrumental playing, but the people on the top side did.
I mean, I can't knock it, honestly. If it works, it works.
So then I'm assuming that we're being led to our barracks then.
To the barracks, away!
Ahoy, Silver! Away!
Joke's on you, nobody ever willingly goes to the barracks. At least not
Yeah.
if you can help it. Because it's like, because the barracks is a coin flip. It's a case of like, which one is gonna greet me today? Black mold or flying giant hissing cockroaches?
Or your stinky
You don't know.
ass roommate who doesn't want to shower.
See, I had a roommate that showered, but they dug into his like locker one day and found out he had a sandwich in his pillow that he forgot about. So like there was a smell that showed up out of nowhere, and apparently he snuck like a whole foot long sub in there while most of the people were asleep and forgot that he stored it in his pillow.
Oh my gosh.
And then like they checked his wall locker and found out like he had literally had a giant plate of Panda Express that had been sitting there for 3 weeks.
You. Panda Express sounds good too, but they're closed.
Yeah, like I took great enjoyment out of spraying him down with the hose.
So we
But
get to
yes,
the barrack.
also listening. I'm listening.
I'm assuming that we're just gonna take a rest.
Yes.
Yes, because it is midnight.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and take a rest.
Cool, 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 cool. And I can change out of my motherfucking leathers. Thank God. Get my AC back.
Cries in 12 AC.
If only there was leather that gave you decent AC. Like you should be able to enchant leather to have all the features you wanted to have.
Okay, so okay. The next day, I'm assuming. Are
So
we
we're
going to?
looking for Draco Malfoy now?
You're Draco. Oh yes, we are looking for Draco Malfoy, who looks like a gray version of. I don't know. It looks like
I need you guys to roll a Constitution save.
I don't like that at all.
19.
Okay, that
Okay.
passes.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, nope.
Hero failed.
Oh, save.
I failed with an 8.
See where my saves at?
I
There
blame
we
it on my
go.
old age.
Oh, I have. Yeah, I forgot I'm a wizard. I have like zero in con, plus zero in con.
Cat passed.
Yeah, that's a two.
Alright, so Evan and Hero catch Gracklstugh, and you both gain a level of exhaustion. And
Ew.
periodically, you will cough up black phlegm, cough uncontrollably, and be short of breath.
But that ain't no fun.
Um,
Wait, I passed or failed?
you passed.
Mm,
I took
well,
healing word, not the other one.
that's what we get for staying in the barracks.
Well, it's
Blame it
just
on the
See, he
barracks.
knows.
it's just the city.
Blame it on the barracks.
You can always blame it on the barracks because they're never gonna admit that they're toxic. But it's free housing though.
Yeah, death of others.
Right. So now you guys have Underdark COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking that earlier. I'm like, isn't this just like good to know, good to know.
Okay, so we wake up. I'm assuming we can go to the West End, West Wind, what West something, whatever the fuck.
Yes. Yeah, you guys have absolute authority to travel wherever in the city now.
Oh, nice that we don't have to sneak around.
That is nice.
Okay. So yeah, I guess if everyone's wanting to go, we can start in the West End place.
I will have to wish you all good night. It is gonna be midnight my time.
Are you sure? Because about the time is that's midnight is about the same time the session ends. So if you got 20 more minutes, we can wrap it up.
I think I
Uh,
can spare the 20, yeah.
yeah.
Because we only do session for about 4 hours. Last week was an exception because we started like an hour late, but yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I was not counting the time though. I'm not gonna act like I was.
Well, I mean, if you have somewhere to be, it's okay. I don't mind. I'm not offended.
I don't. I just usually go to bed at midnight at the latest. But if we're
Bed
gonna
is
end
still
at
somewhere to
midnight, that
be.
works for me.
That is somewhere to be.
Bed is still somewhere to be.
Well,
That's
I'm
okay.
laying in it now, so like I'm already there.
I'm in bed, so it doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't even matter. Okay, so yeah, okay, so 20 minutes. You still want to go for 20 minutes because like
Yeah, we can
I
go
mean we
for
had
20 minutes.
I mean, this
on
would
the
be a really good place to end the session, but you also could do the encounter that I just rolled for as well, really quickly, and
we
then.
could do the
Yeah, let's
encounter.
go ahead and do that while I'm like, while I have under COVID.
Yep, under under COVID.
You and me both.
It's okay, old man. If I had healing, whichever one it is that heals,
I need a sensu bean.
uh,
healing spirit.
See, this is why that one level of like, this is why that one level of artificer would have been cool, cause cure wounds. Wait, no, no, no. This is like, isn't this a condition? So isn't that like what lesser restoration?
it'd
Lesser
be
restoration. That's the one I was thinking of.
it would be greater restoration because it's imposed by the environment.
Oh,
Oh, ew, that's even worse.
we yeah.
Where's being a paladin when you need it?
Which session was it that we got good berries in?
It's all right. I'm planning to take druid levels. I will get the berries.
So, as
Okay,
lovely as this chat is, we do now have a clicking ticking clock. So,
yes. Let's
Yes.
do this encounter.
Okay.
We're making our way through the city, making our way downtown, walking fast.
so as you guys are headed through the city, you are approached by a female deep gnome and her earth elemental bodyguard. Um,
Hello.
Hello.
so she assumes who you are and tries to unload her goods. She has 10 sparkly garnets worth roughly 100 gold each, and she keeps them in a bag of holding which isn't for sale. So you see her a little bit before she sees you. She starts to look around like she's looking for someone, sees you guys, and like light bulb moment, visible light bulb. Uh, and then she like rushes over to you guys, and then from behind her hand she goes, "Hey, hey, are you guys here for the goods?
Yes,
You're here for the goods.
indeed.
So I want
Inner smuggler of cat is going. Depends on what the goods are.
these. I got these." And she claps her hands like this, and her bodyguard, um, since it's an earth elemental, like the like air quote flesh on its arm just kind of like separates like it's melting and reveals 10 gemstones embedded in its arm, neatly laid in an arrangement.
That is a brilliant smuggling mechanism that I will be stealing.
That's not written in the module. That was I created that, so.
I will be using this
We're
as a
stealing that.
smuggling method in the future. Yes.
Can I tell like what the? Is it just gems? Like why are they being smuggled?
Specifically, they're garnets, and they're worth 100 gold each.
Here's turn to. I'm gonna be like 1 moment, and we're gonna get into a hustly little circle here, guys. This is what we do. This is how
Okay.
I always imagined when adventurers have like a side talk about something. Like I always just imagine like a like a huddle. Like those are really pretty.
Indeed.
Here's the
Indeed.
thing. Actually, no. I am gonna turn to the gnome and be like, okay, and what do you want for them?
You're supposed to sell them.
Oh, we're supposed to sell them.
Do you not know the art of smuggling, young one?
pride myself on being
Discreet.
seen. Do you think that I know how to smuggle?
My dear Nix. Ugh,
In tight.
pardon me, my dear Mix. Do you not realize that we are the fence?
I'm gonna turn to the deep. No, no, ignore them. What's the profit cut here?
These are worth at least 100 each. We probably could get away with selling them to some city slicker for 150. Cut the profits between the two of us, 25 each.
25 gold each? Is that what you're saying? Or
Well, yeah, I mean profit. The profit would be 25 each because they're worth 100 gold each, and then the profit on top of that would be the 25 because that's 50 split in half. She's saying make your money back, split the rest.
Hmm?
okay,
We can all our money back if we don't pay for them.
Well, she's not offering to sell them to you.
I
Yeah.
know.
She's trying to pawn them off to us so we can sell them.
Yeah. She's mistaken you for whoever she was looking for.
She's mistaken us for her actual fence.
I'm
So we're
I'm
going
new
to
to the
take this
game. I
opportunity.
mean the fencing.
We're going to take this opportunity to make some coin.
can I look at the garnet again? Are they are they illegal?
Oh, they're stolen. 100%. They're stolen.
Okay.
So again,
And how many of them
we're
are
going to take
there?
this opportunity.
There are 10. So there's a
Only
1,000
10.
gold worth in this elemental's arm here.
And we should absolutely take it.
Yeah. Take it.
See here. If there's 10 and they're all worth 1,000 gold, and I do 150 for each of them, that's a lot of math in my head. I don't want to do.
The first generation D&D players must just be watching us with disappointment for not wanting to do
Back
math
in my day,
while
I
playing the
didn't have
game.
a calculator on a device in my hands.
And if we
I
get
was
caught
actually
with
referring to the
1,000
ones
gold,
who like do automatic math because of D&D.
I mean,
Yeah.
I did have it in the end. It's 1,500, but
So
the
1,500
1,500.
divided by 4 comes out to 375 even for each of you.
um,
Ooh.
my last question: if we get caught with 1,000 gold worth of stolen gems, what is? Would I know the penalty in this area?
Flash your badge
Yes.
and it all goes away.
You don't. I was about to say,
Yes, but
you flash your badge and there is no penalty.
We could just say that we apprehended the person and took them back,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
then demand to be paid by the people that they were stolen from to get them back for term meaning that you know
Look,
for
look,
doing it.
look, look. In order to be a thief, you have to think like a thief.
patron here is like, but where's the catch though?
There is no catch in
Here's
this
Yeah,
the
because this is
opportunity. We
no, because this
literally
is the
have
fucking
free roam.
Underdark. This is the Underdark. It's an embodiment of a shithole. There's always a catch.
We literally have free roam at the moment.
we
Let's take
literally have
advantage.
yeah.
We need to take advantage of
Yeah,
this.
so in a normal situation, you would know what the punishment for getting caught with smuggled goods is, because you yourself are a smuggler. So you would know that, but you also know that you have a badge of ultimate authority. So now you have to decide
I
whether or
would
not
know
you would use that
ultimate
to your
authority
advantage in
to
order
be
to
honest
continue
with you.
smuggling goods, or
Hell yeah.
the alternative.
I guess when in the Underdark, do as the Underdark does.
Yeah. Um. I wasn't like Cat would know, but I, the player, did not know if that ultimate authority included doing something blatantly illegal that wasn't technically a part of our thing when we're somewhat watched.
Well, you could say whatever you wanted and people would believe you as long as you flashed that badge. That's literally what she told you. So, yes, you're right. Technically, you're still being watched, but they were also told to let you do as you want.
Okay,
I
cool. Then
say,
yeah, I'm gonna fucking take that
I
deal.
say, yeah, we take the gems because the only thing we have to lose is nothing.
Nothing. We literally have nothing to lose.
If anything, if we get caught, we gain the 375 that this person would get because there's no way that she'd wanted to have anything to do with us afterwards.
Exactly. This is a win-win opportunity for us. Because not only do we have unlimited authority through our badges, we also have an opportunity to double our earnings
Okay,
with these
guys,
gems.
now hear me out, okay? Take the gems, flash the badge, arrest the chick.
Mm,
Thank you for saying that. I was just about to propose the same thing because she thought we were people we weren't. We were just in the area. So let's go ahead and confiscate these. And let's just flash a badge and say, we're going to let you off with a warning. Don't come back.
mm,
Because there's no need to
I
even,
don't
like,
agree with
What
that.
arrest
if
her.
she
I
can
don't
give us
agree with that.
information? You can not agree or not. I'm thinking about what this lady said. We get a bonus if we get any information from other people.
Ah, yes. So
That
flash the
was that's what
badge,
they
keep
thought.
the
But
gems, and also, use that as a threat to get information out of her.
I was thinking she's gonna be more talkative now while we're deal making. Before we
Exactly.
flash the badge and she jams up and shuts up.
Yep. Yep.
Or we could just bribe her to say she'll have a lesser sentence, or we'll let her off if she tells us everything she knows by using guilt.
And what if
And,
she
the
doesn't
fact
know
that
any?
she could be
We're all.
important.
You got to look at it on the other side of the coin too. She may not know anything, and she has every reason. If we flash our badge, she'll have every reason to just flat out lie to us, and we're not going to know the difference.
And that's where the will of the dice come into play, because I can charm her.
Too bad among us, we might have, circle of truth, whatever it's called.
Zone of truth.
That's it.
I can try. I look like I'm more from the Underdark than I think the rest of you do, right?
Well, I mean, I'm a shiny gold tattoo fae, so yes, you very much look like you
I'm
belong more than me.
I'm a purple tiefling.
And I'm just an old guy. I'm an old man, so
Yeah, so I look like
I'm
a
a
purple
human.
thief.
He's an elderly human with a spider on his shoulder. He looks more out of place than I do.
Damn right I do.
I'll hold my hand out to shake for the deal, and then very casually go. I've heard some whispers. Maybe you've heard them too.
That
A new
that
movement?
that's gonna need a persuasion. Lots of persuasions tonight, guys.
Do I get advantage because I'm making a deal?
Uh, we'll see. We'll see.
Do this every time. So anyway, do I get advantage because I'm making a deal?
Uh, 12 is right on the money. That's all you needed.
Oh, cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, so she leans in to whisper and she says, "What are you looking for? Maybe I can help you."
hear there's a new movement going around under the surface of the city.
A
Everything
movement.
in the city is under the surface.
A movement? What do you mean?
Can I let her in on like vague specifics? I'm not naming names, but like the guard captain lady told us stuff, didn't she?
You can tell her whatever you want.
Okay.
I know
I had to
that's not really
play.
an answer, but I mean, I as the DM, you can tell her whatever you want because like as long as it's in character, it's still information that you would be that you would know, right? Because you just went through the whole process with like the captain and now you're here trying to get more information from the smuggler who that is the right move, I do admit, because a smuggler would have more information than just, you know, the regular people in the bazaar. But what I guess what I'm trying to say is it worth it to you to risk blowing your cover with her in exchange for being vague?
Yeah, but if Kat's trying to get in on the movement, right? She wouldn't know too much either. Which is why she's trying to be vague. I'm not trying to be super vague.
That that makes that makes sense, but it also doesn't make sense.
All
Because
right.
if Kat is trying to get more information on this, she would have to prove what she knows so that she doesn't sound like a guard who doesn't know and is just fishing for information. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Kat would have to sound like she knows what she's talking about. Information that like say like a narc wouldn't know.
Right. What is something a narc wouldn't know that we were told? Fuck. I'm trying to remember everything that we were told because we were given a lot of information.
Yeah, I can't really answer that question without like
Giving away the answer.
Or you could just straight up ask her, what do you know about XCY? XYZ. There we go.
Whichever way.
Dyslexia at its finest.
I went to kindergarten, guys. I did, I swear. My kindergarten teacher's name was Mr. Kevin, okay? I went.
Fuck. Okay.
But you could just straight up ask her. I mean, you pass your persuasion check, so she's probably not going to like risk herself in this situation to rat you out. I mean, she is literally smuggling stolen jewelry. So,
And I just made the deal to take the stolen jewelry and sell it.
yes, correct. So you have
So
all of
we're
the evidence in your
oh,
hands. You could just straight up blackmail her. I mean, you passed your persuasion check, so she's going to tell you what you want to know. You just have to figure out how to ask her.
Okay, so this the current encounter is just trying to get information from her, right?
Yes,
yeah.
basically. Yeah.
I hear through the grapevine the guards have been real shifty recently.
Oh, he
Real
left.
on the move, real looking. And I hear they are looking for what the fuck is his name?
Droki?
Droki.
valuable if he's eluded the guards for this long. I want a piece of that money.
Well, he
Especially if it's money that I'm nervous, you know?
he frequents the bazaar and he's always muttering to himself. I can't say that I've ever had an encounter with him, but you're in the right place to find him, that's certain. That's the most I can tell you, I think.
Well, thank you. Should I meet you back here for your piece of the cake?
Yes. Once you've sold Once you've sold the gems, meet me back here and we'll split that pie. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
You guys keep talking about cake and pie, and now I kind of want something sweet. Nyx chimes in.
Hero's over here coughing up a lung.
Gonna
You
take
probably
them
should go see a
gems.
cleric for that, my friend.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Will do. I certainly will. Thank you. It's not fun. I tell you that. It's not fun.
Gonna take them gems. We shook on our deal. And I guess we wait. Or split up and search for fucking clues, Scooby Gang. Which one
Alright.
would we prefer to do?
I know, but taking the deal, ending that encounter seems like a good spot to stop, though. I'm also getting really tired, so. And hungry.
That is fair. So we're ending there?
Yeah, did you guys have anything else that you wanted to ask her?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I do want to ask where she got them from.
And she's just gonna kind of giggle and go, well, where we always get them from.
Fair thing.
Never reveal your secrets. Part of the trade.
I can't think of anything else to ask her, to be honest.
Alright.
Oh, her name. Her name would be helpful.
Ariana.
Ariana Grande. Got it.
How how did I know that was gonna be what you were gonna say?
Ariana Grande and her 10 garnet rings.
Sounds like a very Ariana Grande thing to have.
But yeah, so if you guys don't have anything else to ask her, this would be a really nice place to stop before the next encounter.
Yeah.